Alright, we're live. Hi everyone, I am JeffyBed the Alien. Welcome to my stream. Coming at you live from the mothership, currently orbiting your planet. It's me. Hello. Having a good week so far. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Insert screaming frog meme here. Also, are my thingies working? Yep, they're working. Okay. I was getting scared for a second. So yes, today is a special day. It's episode 8 of The Friendship. A show with a weird name, but a really fun premise, which goes as follows. It's like an interview / hangout, mixed with a reaction stream. It's fun. I enjoy doing them. And I hope that my guest tonight will have as much fun as I will. I've been looking forward to this all week. So we will be talking with our guest, DemonBennyy, in just a moment. But first, let's say hi to some cuties in the chat. That's you, by the way. Yes, you. I see you. Don't try to hide from me. I perceive you. Anyway. Alright, let's see. Benny was first. I would imagine, I would hope so. Hey, Jelly. I think I'm not sure, is it Jelly or Jelly? I want to say Jelly. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Trash, good to see you. Marek, bonsoir, comment vas-tu? Hey, Social, good to see you. Rody, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this. Hey, Chef God. Hi. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Thank you. And yes, Benny, you are. I guess it's not fair of me to say that while you are muted. Hi, Stone. How are you? Good to see you. Did you get your car back yet? Yes, you are, Sunny. You are a cutie that can bench press over 200 pounds. You literal mad lad. Love you, buddy. But not in that way. Not in that way. I don't kiss the homies. I hug them. Alright, so let me bring on our guest. But before I do, if you're new to the friendship, just a little primer. I will try to respond to some of you during the conversation, but my main focus will be on the guest. Alright, so you've been warned. Please do not take it the wrong way if I don't acknowledge you while I'm talking with my guest. Just so you know. Oh my goodness. You have the worst luck with cars, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, Stone. Alright, so let's bring in the guest, and we'll be switching to the other view in just a moment. Alright, everything else working. Alright, can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2. I mean, she's watching this, so by the time she hears this and unmutes herself.
So?
There we go. So about 5 seconds delay. Interesting.
I just assumed since you unmuted that I was supposed to unmute.
That's also good. That's a good reflex. So yes, I will answer your question. You were asking in DMs. I record normally until I normally do 4-hour streams, but I don't have any expectations of going this long. So if you feel like you have to leave, or you think that you're all talked out, I will not take it badly if you decide to cut it short. I keep it open for that reason, so people can stay as long as they're comfortable with.
Yes, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright,
how
hold
have
on,
you
let's-
been?
Give me a second,
Hi
it's
everybody.
adjusting the
Hi
music.
chat.
Alright, here we go. Don't forget to go follow that lovely Vtuber. He's awesome. He's one of the
You're
nicest
awesome.
people I've ever met, so I'm going to I'm going to put emphasis on the follow
You're
part.
calling me nice. You're the reason why I could do all these expressions on my VTuber. Jeffy's the reason why, chat. I couldn't figure out how to do all these expressions and whatnot, and then Jeffy helped me.
Well, I'm always happy to help. So that makes me happy to hear. But yeah, VTubing has so many moving parts, don't it?
Yes, but I love
It's like-
being a VTuber.
It's a lot of fun. And I like the technology behind it too. So it's like leap motion, vibe trackers, webcam, iPhones.
I am impressed by how much free stuff there is for VTubers and how easy it is to get started as a VTuber. There's so many free resources. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's great that we have these options now because I've been VTubing for about 4 years now. And when I started, this was not the case. The only thing we had access to was like Lupit and VRChat. And I did not know Lupit existed, so I had the jankiest setup.
Oh my
Alright, allow me to paint you a picture. So, I had the second PC with a capture card on my first, so I could connect to it, right?
Yes.
And I had VRChat running on the second PC with all my VR stuff on there. And I had the headset on top of my head, but over my forehead, you know? Acting as a tracker. And I had the controllers on each side of my keyboard to act as my hands. And
Oh my
I had
God.
to use the video capture because VRChat has a streamer cam you can use with a green screen option. So that's what I was using for my VTuber avatar in the olden days of
The
2018.
struggles of the early VTuber life.
Yeah,
Oh
back in my day, we had to walk to VTubing school in the snow barefoot.
Back in my day.
Yeah. And this setup was so bad. I had to go get medical attention for my neck
Oh my goodness.
because I heard it pretty bad while
Were
doing
you-
it because
How hard were you pushing yourself, Jeffy?
well, it's not that I was pushing myself. It's that VR headsets are heavy and are not meant to be balanced in such a way.
They're really heavy.
So it fucked up my neck.
I just got an Oculus Quest and I was playing Beat Saber and it was so heavy. I could only do like 20 minutes because I was like, nah, I need to get this thing off of my head.
Yeah, the Quest is heavier than most headsets, except the
Yes.
Index. The Index is about on par with
And-
that.
I have a really small head, so I had to tighten it as much as I could, but it still kept slipping down.
Mhm. It's the internal battery of the Quest because it's really front heavy because of it.
Yes, but I still had a lot of fun. I do like playing VR games, that's for sure.
VR is one of the best things ever. I love it so much.
It's kind of crazy how when you're in VR, you get those sensations that you're actually there. For example, I did an outer space one where I was an astronaut and I'm floating in space. And I was getting like, you know, those butterflies in my stomach by looking at the planet Earth. Because it felt like I was actually, you know, floating. It was weird. It felt weird. I didn't like
I
it.
mean, the immersion that virtual reality can provide you is probably one of the best things about it. But it's also its worst problem because, on one hand, people hearing about VR and watching videos online will never actually see how cool it is until they actually have a headset strapped to their heads.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's like we need people around showing their VR to their friends because otherwise people are just gonna go
Yeah.
like, oh, that's just like 3D TVs, dude. Nobody gave a fuck about that. And I'm like, no, it's not the same. Come on,
You
it's not
know-
the same.
You know how you told me you like to watch fail videos? I
Yes.
do tend to like those VR videos where they punch their TV by accident.
Yes, yes. It's like it's the second generation of the people throwing their TVs off the mantle by punching it with a Wiimote from the early
Oh my gosh,
Nintendo
yes.
days.
Yes.
Now that the Switch Sports has come out, we have a whole new generation of people that are gonna wreck their shit
It is
that I am
hilarious.
looking forward to.
I mean, it's sad to watch all that precious equipment get damaged,
Yeah.
but it's hilarious.
On one hand, I have a problem with destroying technology. It hurts me physically to see it.
I know.
I cringe whenever I see like an expensive computer get water poured on or stuff like that, and I'm like, oh my god.
Or when they break their keyboard because they raged at a game, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
That's funny, but not the keyboard.
This is something I'll never actually understand. The amount of rage involved in not only physically lashing out at the fact you lost the game, but also damaging your own equipment and yourself.
You played yourself, basically.
Yeah, because once the rage dies down, you have to go to Best Buy.
Right? And who knows if Best Buy even has them in stock. I always have to order stuff online because they never have them in stock at the stores.
Yeah, they have very limited availability, and I don't blame them because there's so much different things nowadays where technology comes in. Like, alright, I want a keyboard. Okay, which one? Do you want cherry keys? Do you want the brown ones? Do you want the noisy one? Do you want an ergonomic one? Do you want one with a numpad? No numpad. If they bought a few of each type, they would go out of business.
I like Social's idea. Need to get a stress ball.
Oh yeah, I have one of them. It helps with my wrist because I have some joint problems.
Oh, I feel the struggle. I got a wrist injury at work once, and my wrist has never been the same. So I have to constantly make sure I'm stretching it, or I have to sleep with a wrist brace at night so I don't sleep all weird. Because I sleep weird sometimes. You know when your arm just goes at a weird angle, or your neck slept weird on the pillow?
Yeah, I have a funny story about that. I jump scared myself one day when I woke up and there was a hand in my face. And I jumped 10 kilometers in the air. The only reason I was thinking it was someone else's hand was I slept on it and couldn't feel it.
Jeffy, you know what you reminded me of? I pranked myself in my sleep. So, you pranked yourself. I pranked myself. You know what I did? I woke up in the middle of the night, and I guess I was thirsty, so I opened up a water bottle, and then I took a sip, and I fell back asleep. I woke up again when I spilled all the water on myself.
Oh, you fell asleep with the water bottle in your hand and you spilled it on yourself. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not good.
I pranked myself hardcore. It only happened once. It was only one time. I learned my lesson.
I mean, it's a strong lesson. Your subconscious will be more careful in the future. Like, you gave yourself, it's like a waterbed moment.
Yes!
Without the waterbed.
I pranked myself.
No, I like the aesthetics of the 80s, but waterbeds can fuck right off. It's like...
I've never been on one. I have to be honest. I've never been one.
I was on one when I was younger, when I went to one of my aunt's houses. And
is it fun?
I gave myself seasickness.
Oh, really?
Because you sit down on it and it's like, it's wobbly and shit. And I tried laying down on it and then it's like, I don't feel so good.
Oh no, I probably wouldn't like it then. I feel like I would probably get motion sickness or something.
Yeah, do you get car sick?
Do I like what?
Do you get car sick?
Oh, car sick? Not necessarily, but if I focus on the motion of it, you know, like, I'd probably, you know?
So it gets to you eventually if you think about it too hard.
Yes, exactly. Especially if I'm trying to relax in bed too. I don't want to be, like, moving around.
Yeah. But... I don't know, I feel like not only is it's a hazard for any electronics in your room if you have the audacity of having like a random airpin or something just
I have 3
puncture it.
cats.
Oh well, that disqualifies you from waterbed ownership.
Yes, no, I can't have one.
Because you have one of these fluff balls decides to go like poke and then you're in the ocean.
And I do trim their nails, but one of them is just always sharpening them. So no matter what, his nails are always sharp. So yeah, I don't think a waterbed would be a good idea for me.
Not only that, it's like if you have it for a few years, the water inside must not be the cleanest.
Oh yeah.
Because that
Doesn't it
shit
get
must go
moldy?
stagnant.
No, they probably have chemicals in it to keep it from getting moldy, right?
I would
Right?
hope so. Because I've made that mistake one time. When I was younger, I was not very rich. So I tried to work out by trying to be ingenious. So I filled up some 2-liter bottles of cola with water and used them to like do curls and shit.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart. Yes.
Well,
But where
you
did it go
think
wrong?
so. You think so. But here's the thing, if you forget about the resistance for a year, it gets cloudy. But then you try to open them up to empty it because that was kind of sus. And let me tell you, the smell was horrifying.
Horrific.
Horrendous.
I can imagine. Wait, how long
And-
did you have them for?
About a year and a half.
A
I
year
forgot
and a
about
half
them.
closed.
Mm. I know, I brought this on myself. Mm.
Jeff, tell me you at least opened it outside, not
Nope.
inside. Jeffy,
Nope.
please. Jeffy.
I'm not smart enough for that. I opened the indoors in my kitchen, and then I went like,
Jeffy.
oh no. The only thing I smelled that was worse was rotting potatoes.
Rotting potatoes?
That's
I don't know
the
what
top
the worst
one.
thing I've smelled is. I don't
It's
know
the
what.
worst.
I think my cat's poo is like the worst thing.
Also, word of warning, if you're eating dinner right now, we're so sorry.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah, sorry.
You have been warned.
My
It's
cats
fine.
have a robotic litter box though, so technology again does wonders for us.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard about these. They're the kind of thing that pushes the poop to a container separate to the litter box.
Yes, so like after they use the litter box, it will let it rest for 7 minutes, I think, and then it'll rotate the litter, get everything out, and then whatever sand can still be used, it leaves it. And then you just empty it out when it sends a text message to your phone. It'll tell you.
Hold
it's
on,
full.
I got a text message from my poop box. Hello?
You know what its
Yes.
name is? We named it.
Oh no. Please tell me it's a poop pun.
It's called the Poopinator.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I love it too.
It's like, it has everything you need to know in the name.
Mm-hmm. It,
I mean,
it does
almost.
wonders for me, honestly.
Because it does not specify what type of poop it inhabits, so you're gonna have some house guests one day get very confused.
Exactly. But yes, it was very expensive, but definitely worth the money because we don't have to worry about checking the litter so often since it tells us when it's full.
I mean, that's one of the good things about having a cat instead of a dog, the fact that you don't have to walk them around so much. But
Yes.
if that is replaced by just poop duty all the time, it's not really that better, is it?
We also got a pet feeder too. So we set times throughout the day where their dry food will come out of it and we could set different portions. And it has a camera.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Did those cats get jump scared when they first saw it?
They did! They
Yeah, I
did
knew
get
it.
jump scared.
I've seen
They
some
had to
videos
smell
on
it.
TikTok. Those cats just flying up into the air in slow motion when they're in the burr of the machine.
I have 3 of them and one of them wouldn't go near it for 3 days.
Oh my goodness, that's a long time for cats.
Yeah. Luckily we give him wet food too, but he
Oh.
would not go near it. He didn't trust it. He was scared. The other
That-
2 are fat asses, so they were like, fuck it. There's food in there.
Yeah, food overrides all logical thought. Yeah. Yeah, it happens to me sometimes too. When I go, should I be eating chips at 2 a.m. in the morning before bed? And then a part of me goes, fuck it, do it. It won't be a problem. And then you go to bed and you feel acid reflux and you go, why?
Oh,
Why do I do this to
yes.
myself every time?
Oh. Or when you keep waking up having to use the restroom. Oh, that's the worst. When I
jeez.
drink too much. Beer? My bladder does not like beer. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, it's like alcohol has a funny way of going. It's like you can drink a lot of beer, but as soon as you go to the bathroom, it's like you just can't stop going now. It's like the cork has been popped off.
Yes,
or something.
it's a waterfall at that point. It
Yeah,
doesn't stop.
I don't know. I don't drink that much alcohol. I drink maybe once or twice a year because alcohol for me just makes me very sleepy. So I'm like, why do I want to be sleepy in a party setting?
My birthday just passed, so I'm finally
happy
starting to get
Sunday.
to that. Thank you. I'm finally starting to get to that point where like drinking's not that fun anymore.
I passed that time a while ago, but I'm curious. But is it okay if I ask about your age?
Oh yes, yes. Well, my VTuber, she is 666. But if you're asking me, I'm 26.
I don't have good memories, so both my alien and real selves are the same age.
Yes.
Which is unfortunately 37. Yes,
30.
I'm old.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're still young.
When I wake up in the morning and I just went, wow, I feel like shit. It's like someone threw me off a roof or something. And I just slept wrong one day, and then I'm fucked up for a week.
Bro, when I'm trying to do squats and like my knees are cracking.
Hey, relatable.
I'm like, fuck my knee, I can't do this.
Yeah, you'll realize once you hit your 30s that there are some things you can't do as well anymore.
Yes,
And
exactly. I
it's
used to
kinda
be
sad.
able to stay up all night. All
Same.
night long, all
Same.
day, 24 hours, no consequences. I stay up past 8 p.m. Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's like I remember summers when I would go to bed at like 7 in the morning just playing games all night on my tiny ass CRT TV. And now it's like if I stay on later than 2 a.m. it's like I pay for it the next day.
I will say I do lose some sleep because of TikTok.
Fucking same. Same.
I am addicted to TikTok. I will literally scroll until my thumb hurts and I'm like, this isn't good. I don't think I should be doing this.
It's impressive and also terrifying how well they zero in on what you enjoy in a way that makes hours just move by. It's like yesterday before bed I was like, all right, I'll check on some of my TikToks, see how they're doing, and then I'm gonna check maybe 1 or 2 TikToks. Then an hour passed. I'm like, what the fuck? Again.
It doesn't feel like it though.
It doesn't, because they
You're
do
like,
it on
wait,
purpose.
when did the sun go away? What?
They do it on purpose. It's like they employ the same tactics as casinos. Like they hide your clock on your app, so you don't see the time.
Wait. I never realized that. Wait.
If you go to a casino, there's no clocks, there's no windows.
Oh my gosh. You just blown my mind.
Well, I'm happy that I have been able to do so early in this
I didn't
episode.
realize.
Yeah,
Honestly, it doesn't take much to like, you know.
Oh, come on, I was happy for once. Don't take that away from me.
Okay, yes. It's really hard to blow my mind.
Yay. Alright, but yeah, it's like doesn't take much either. It's like they figure out what type of stuff I enjoyed and immediately set me to the VTuber talk in like 5 or 6 videos. So I'm like, either they're very good or they have outside knowledge that they're using.
And another problem with TikTok, and yeah, TikTok, I'm talking to you. You have me crying and laughing all within 5 minutes. It is like the worst thing ever.
That's why it's so addictive, because it makes you react in such ways that after that, when you go back to normal video content that is longer than like 10 seconds, you feel like they pulled out your brain through your ears because your attention deficit is now massive.
Yes. I'll be watching a video of like someone who just lost their cat and like they're showing all their memories of their cat, so I start crying because then I think about my cat and how much time I have left with my cat, and then the next video is like some kid getting punched in the face with a ball. You know, it's a roller coaster ride every time I go on TikTok.
It's emotional whiplash, is what it is. Oh God, here comes the feels.
Yes, and they always put the saddest song too.
Yeah, so here's a good example. So Jabs is our resident wrestling enjoyer. And to say enjoyer would be an understatement, just so you know. But yeah, for his TikTok, it says it's dark stuff, funny stuff, and wrestling. So they were able to tune in on that pretty quickly, weren't they?
Yes.
Pretty amazing, but also terrifying, because these type of skills in the wrong hands would lead to some very scary implications.
But I will say, I do like the fact that TikTok has been good to VTubers.
It has helped them, yes.
Yes. It's been really good to the VTuber community.
I have a love-hate relationship with it, because on one hand, sometimes it helps. On the other, sometimes they'll just torpedo my reach out of nowhere for no reason. It's like, I can have like 2,000 views on one video, then I post the next and it gets 7. And I'm like, that doesn't seem normal.
Yeah, it is weird. I have noticed that. Like, sometimes I'll have one video that'll get 50, 100 views, and then the next one, like you said, like 1,000, 2,000. You're like, what was the difference?
Yeah, so I feel like sometimes, depending on what hashtags you use, and how many of them you use in that specific instance, sometimes the algorithm doesn't like it.
That some people won't use hashtags at all and their videos blow up.
Yeah.
It just depends. It's so tough.
Because I think they might be starting to try things like what they do on Twitter now, where hashtag is actually, using hashtags on Twitter is actually not recommended now, because it devalues your tweets. Now what they use are keywords. So maybe that's the answer? Question mark?
Yeah, because I noticed that on Twitter, it'll ask you what things you like to add it to your feed, basically. So if those keywords pop up in someone's post, it'll show up on your feed.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
So
but that's the problem. Content creation is not all about pleasing the almighty algorithm. And we never know what it wants. It's like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. You don't know what it wants. It always changes. And one of these days he's going to get tired of you and just pull you off a balcony.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna get me thinking about Shrek. I've been wanting to rewatch it. I also saw that meme about you and Shrek or something on Twitter. I remember a Twitter post about that. You and Shrek.
Yeah, it's a popular misconception about me that I'm a Shrek-tuber. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Really?
It's a funny inside joke as well, mostly, I would imagine.
That's kind of crazy because I've never thought about that. I've never thought about Shrek when I look at your VTuber. Is that weird?
That makes me happy. Because I've had that comment a few times. It's either Shrek, Piccolo, or Mantis from the Guardians of the Galaxy, but the comics version.
Oh, wow.
Because in the comics, she has green skin.
I think you look like Jeffy.
Ah, that's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
No.
Thank you.
I'm sure people have said kinder words. Oh, man.
I would hope so.
But yes, I love Shrek.
Yeah,
there's a new Shrek movie coming out, I think.
Yeah, I heard something about the Shrek 5 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember the title, but I remember seeing a poster of it. And I was like,
some suggestions here.
No, is it a Shrek movie or is it just a DreamWorks movie?
I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point. It's vague. I feel. Also, hold on. Elden Kermit, you shut the fuck up, Jabs. She-Hulk, yes, good choice. I love her. I can't wait to see her series on Disney Plus when it releases.
Oh, there's gonna be one?
Yeah. It's gonna be like Ally McBeal, but with superheroes.
That's so cool.
Did you ever watch Ally McBeal in the old days?
No.
It was like a legal procedural about a lawyer trying to make sense of her life. in the big city or something. It was really funny.
Did she accomplish it?
More or
Or
less.
is that a spoiler?
More or less. I don't remember how it ends, to be honest. But yeah, because She-Hulk in the comic is a lawyer. And her most popular runs of the comics were her trying to balance her hero life and her lawyer life, trying to defend superheroes from, problems that would plague superheroes in real life. you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank you for saving me, Superman, but why did you have to
That
make a
sounds
hole
so
in my
cool.
apartment? So now he's getting sued for damages.
And it's gonna be on Disney Plus.
Yep,
I cannot wait. That is so
Same.
exciting.
same. So yeah,
Disney
I'm
Plus has
excited
been
for it.
coming out with really good shows. Did you watch Loki?
I have, yes. Very good show.
That was probably one of my favorites. I named my cat after him.
Aw, that's adorable.
Yes,
I hope he's not as mischievous as the original name holder.
he is.
Damn.
Very mischievous. He once ate he ate so many rubber bands that he created his own rubber band ball inside of his stomach, and it
Oh,
cost me like I think it was either $4,000 or $5,000. It was crazy expensive to get it out of
God.
him. Yeah, because
That's
they
the
had to
most-
do emergency surgery because he wasn't eating, and that's how I noticed that he wasn't well, because he always eats. He's always hungry. So I'm like, there's no way why is he not hungry? Why is he not eating? So we rushed him to the vet, and then that's when they took the scans and they showed us the giant mass. At first, it was just a mass. We didn't know what it was, and they made it seem like it was a tumor, which could have been cancer.
Yeah,
and
it could have
I got
been.
scared. I was crying, and I was like, I will
my God.
sell you everything that I own. Like, do whatever you need to do to save him. And then they got the ball out and they showed me, and it was all rubber bands. So I had to switch the brand of rubber bands that I used, and I use ones that are humongous now. I mean, they don't tighten my hair as much as they used to because they're so big, but he doesn't eat them. So
Okay, so you found the appropriate size to prevent
yes,
more rubber balls from being formed.
yes, because that
Oh
was
my God.
expensive and scary.
I can imagine. I don't know what is it about certain inanimate objects that cats seem really attractive to for some reason.
I think it was the rubber inside of the rubber band. Like you know how like he just likes that smell, that rubber smell.
Mm.
Because he'll also go after my my makeup. What is it called? My blenders, my beauty blenders. I have to hide those too, or he'll eat them.
Yeah, otherwise you'll have a cat that's mentally all dolled up, and then you're gonna be like, did you get into my makeup again?
They're like children. They're expensive and they get into everything. And
Yeah.
you're probably thinking like, Benny, what are you doing that you're leaving all this stuff out that your cat can eat it, right? He opens the drawers.
Yeah, I was about to say,
He opens the drawers.
you can't hide shit from cats because they'll find a way to get to it.
It's insane. He'll
These
literally
little fur
pull it
balls.
open. Yeah.
They can fit in between, like, I saw a video of those things they use in stairways to prevent kids from going ass over tea kettle
Yes.
down the stairs, right? So the cat just pushes it through the bars and just snaked itself through that thing like it was not there. So I was like, oh my god, what kind of Terminator bullshit
Yeah.
is that? It's
Cats
like
are
that
crazy.
scene in Terminator 2 where the T-2000 or whatever just phases through the bars. I had that mental image in my head when I saw that video, and I was like, holy crap.
But yes, yeah. But now that I know what he likes to eat, he can't get into it anymore.
Alright, that's reassuring. But
Yes.
yeah, cats are too smart for their own good sometimes.
I'm glad I don't have those doors in my house where the doorknobs you can pull open. Have you
Oh
seen
yeah,
those?
those are dangerous.
Yes. I have the ones where you have to turn it. But the ones where you can pull down, I would never have because my cats would just cause
Yeah,
destruction.
I just have good regular circular door handles,
Yes.
which is not as fun as having those automatic doors. But you know, Gotta get used to human technology at some point.
Oh, Crasher's actually right. My cat Max was eating carpet, and
Oh dear.
yeah, we had to pull the string out of his mouth. I'm telling you, they eat everything.
Yeah, some of them have a death wish, it seems. Holy Christ. Should I say holy cats?
Like, what am I
But-
supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't mind cats, but I have two problems with them. One, I'm slightly allergic to them.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
same.
And,
I deal with the pain.
so you love cats that much, huh? That's commendable. And two, I have a lot of technology around, including very expensive virtual reality stuff. And that means cables. Cables everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And I
They
remember my
like climb up
grandmother.
on stuff.
Yeah, not only that, but my grandmother had cats, and she was a gamer like me. And the cats kept eating the fucking cables behind the TV. I was like, are you fucking serious? Not my Super Nintendo. God, those cables were expensive too.
No way! I'm so sorry. The
Yeah, we
cats
had
are
to
just
put-
so crazy.
We had to put hot sauce on the cables so they
Hot
would get
sauce?
pushed away by it. Yeah. Tabasco sauce.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure they stopped, right? Once they had that hot sauce, they're like,
Yeah, they stopped.
that don't taste good.
But you had to reapply it at some point because it stopped being effective. So it kind of wear off over time as it degrades.
I will say though, when they're not being little shitheads, you know, they are the best cuddlers. My cat cuddles me all the time, and it's
That's
amazing.
cute.
I always have a cuddle buddy.
I like going to my friends' houses when they have cats because it means I get to cuddle with them. And when they
Yes.
start being little shits, I get to leave. I feel
And
the
they're
same
not
way with
aggressive
children.
either. They may eat stuff, but my cats aren't aggressive. They're really friendly. I call them attention whores.
They are. But that depends. Some cats are very independent. Others can't live without you. So it's like, you never know what type of cat personality you'll get once you go to the cat store, so to speak.
The cat store? Oh my God.
I
I got
mean-
mine at Petco, I think. They
Ah.
had like the adoption center thing set up where a place will come in and bring cats for the day and try to, you know, get them up for adoption.
Paw them off to people.
Yes, and that's how I call him Chicken. So I know I named him Loki, but I actually call him Chicken more than Loki. It's kind of weird.
I'm happy you did not even notice the pun.
Wait, what pun?
I said the company comes in and paws them off to people. And my dad-
Oh, oh.
Sorry,
I'm slow.
it's fine. I kinda snuck it in there.
Oh, is it time to make you dab now?
Oh. No,
I want to join in.
Oh. Damn.
I have the points.
thank you for spending Federation credits. No refunds.
No refunds.
Yeah,
Good.
we have a dab counter. As you can see, I've worked on my dabbing muscles over the years.
You must
We're
be
almost
very
at
strong.
we're 10 away from the funny meme number.
The funny meme number.
Yeah, 1337. That's the original funny meme number. Before 69 and all the other ones.
I feel like I have to sneeze. So give me a
Oh,
second.
Fine, go ahead. I'm gonna take a drink. Someone use the hydration reminder.
Let me mute myself for a second. It's not coming out, but it was
Yeah,
there.
that's the
I
worst.
promise.
It's so fucking painful, isn't it?
Yes. You
What?
know, the trick is to look at the light, they tell you. Like, look up at a light, and for some reason it's supposed to go away.
Hold
I
on.
don't have a light to look at, but supposedly that helps if you have to sneeze.
That's good to know. But hey, you managed to not be featured on VTuber Sneezes.
I think there's actually a clip of me on my channel sneezing.
Same.
They always somehow clip it, no matter what. So I've been muting myself.
Yeah, so it's like, at the rate things are going, there's gonna be like a Twitter account for all type of VTuber bodily functions. VTuber coughs, VTuber sneezes,
Oh my
VTuber scratching of the head.
Scratching of the head. Wait, I just saw on Twitter, and I don't know if you saw it. It's kind of going viral right now. A streamer accidentally almost set her house on fire.
I saw it pass by, but I hadn't time to watch it before the stream started. It looked really smoky, so I would imagine it was some form of oil fire.
We should probably watch it. Could we watch it?
Yeah, we could. That's a great idea, actually. Okay.
It was insane. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Don't be swinging. Oh, you guys will see. She was like swinging that pot around. I'm like, girl, you.
Okay, let's see. So, I'm gonna try to share the screen with you so you can react in real time.
Yes.
Go. Alright, so tell me if you can hear audio once I start the video.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. Funny, I press uh-oh, come back hands. God damn it. Okay. My hands flew away for a second. Alright, let's see. Twitch streamer almost burned down her kitchen. Yeah. The thing is, unfortunately, both my Vive trackers and my hand trackers for fingers use the same infrared technology. So if I pass too much in front, they kind of clash with each other a bit.
I get it. But yeah, chat, enjoy this. This was intense. I'm happy it didn't burn down though. Like, thanks, Aiden. She's very lucky.
Alright, can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh fuck.
She was swinging it around.
Fuck. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do.
Cover it.
Help.
Cover it.
Help.
The way she's screaming help.
I don't know what to do, you guys.
I would be
Guys,
scared. I would be doing the same thing. I'd be screaming for help too.
Oh my god, yeah, the first thing you have to do is shut off its oxygen supply.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
we have the same problem on my ship. Whenever there's a localized fire, because it's an old piece of shit, we have to close off oxygen supply to the room, and the fire just poofs out. It's really handy.
DemonBenny's coughing over the smoke. Right?
Yeah, when the smoke's so thick, you're coughing over it over the internet. Oh my god, that poor person. Yeah, it's all about cooking streams these days, huh? I started noticing that.
Yeah, there's a VTuber. She does a lot of cooking streams. I think she's like that's like mainly what she does.
Yeah, she's a cooking VTuber. Something onigiri maybe.
Yes. I follow her on Twitter, on Twitch, and I watch
she has a very cool setup. It's like it's the newest thing with a lot of 2D VTubers now, or 2D VTubers. It's half of the screen is a webcam, the other half is their VTuber selves, and they try to make the hands match, so it looks a little bit more immersive. And that way they get to stay private and also show what they're actually doing.
She had to use like a suit thing to not show her actual skin.
Mm-hmm.
And she explained that she had to switch the color to blue because she uses a lot of green foods. So she couldn't have a green suit, you know?
Yeah, because it would have invisible food on the displays. Like,
yes!
Here comes invisible avocados. Ooh, spooky.
That is too funny. But yeah, this is crazy. When I saw this.
Elspino, no water on oil fires. It makes things worse. It superheats the water and spritzes little fiery nuggets everywhere. And then your little oil fire is now a raging inferno. But yeah,
I'm glad this has never happened to me.
I'm always scared it will, because whenever I cook shit, it's like, one of these days it's gonna happen.
I have like the same type of stove too, where it's not actually actual fire. It's one of those electric stoves.
Mm-hmm.
And she's literally caused that fire herself.
Yeah, but you have the flat top, right? The one that's like the black surface. I have the old school ones, where it's like you know those elements that turn red and are it's like a coil of metal on the middle.
Yes.
Those are older, but I feel like they are made to last longer. Because nowadays, these types of appliances are not made to last longer than 3 years. And it's kind of,
Because
kind of sad.
then you won't buy anymore, right? If they last
Yeah.
too long.
they cracked the fucking code. It's like,
It's the same thing with cell phones now. Cell phones don't last that long anymore.
exactly. It's like my mother has a washer and dryer from the 70s. Still
Oh
works
my
as
goodness.
great as the day she got it because she kept it maintained.
That's amazing.
And now you buy a washer and dryer, and it's like the
And you'll pay a pretty penny for one too.
yeah, it costs more. And one of these days you're gonna open up the dryer and the little tumbler thingy's gonna start running away from you.
And I love
you'll-
how they're adding to appliances, like a lot of kitchen appliances can play music now. Did you notice that new
Oh,
one?
God. Don't get me started on that
Yeah.
smart bullshit thing. It's like now every appliances can play Alexa songs or listen
Yeah.
to Siri, you know? And it's like, do you really want your toaster to tell you the weather? That's not necessary.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever ask my toaster that. I want my
Yeah.
toaster to make bread, or not make bread, but toast my bread.
I really don't have much of a life. I don't want to be that poor person talking to my toaster at 9 a.m. in the morning.
I will say I do have a Google Home though, so I do talk to Google a lot, and I do have the Google bulbs, so you can change color, dim the lights if you want to. It's amazing.
I do
can't
have
live
some
without
smart
that.
bulbs. They are very useful because I use them whenever I watch a movie. Turn all the lights in my room to blue. And I grab some popcorn and it's very atmospheric. But I
I
love
do
it.
the same thing. I love the blue one too. I mean, I'm
Yes.
biased. I love blue everything.
I wonder what gave it away. How could I know that?
I know, right? What gave it away?
It's like when people ask me what my favorite colors are, and I tell them green and purple, and they say, "No kidding."
Uh-huh. Oh my God. I have blue hair in real life too, and
Oh, that's
I'll
awesome.
have a lot of old men, right, in their 60s come up to me, and they always say the same joke.
You're going to hell.
That and you're looking very blue today.
Oh my god. I can already see the shorts and the socks way too high. The white
Yup.
socks on flip-flops. Such a mental
It-
image.
I always know exactly what they're gonna say to me. It's the same sentence too. You look very blue today. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, that makes me think of all the damn funny joke from Arrested Development whenever Tobias had blue skin. Did you watch that show?
Well, which show?
Arrested Development.
I've seen, I think, the first season. Yes.
Yeah, it's like they had one character that did a lot of stupid shit. And he
What
had
was
no
their name?
self-awareness.
Oh.
Tobias Funke.
Oh my gosh,
And-
yes.
And it's like he comes into a room after painting himself blue because he's auditioning for the Blue Men Group. And then he goes, "I blued myself." I'm like, I don't think you realize what it actually means. But so yeah, good writing, really good stuff. I'm a big fan of these types of shows. And I've watched way too many when I was younger.
I have been watching a lot of Star Trek. A lot of Star Trek. I've been watching Picard, Voyager, Enterprise, the movies. I've been watching them. I've been watching.
Yeah, we
all
were
of them.
talking a little bit off stream about Voyager. Because you
Yes.
saw the meme someone made on my Discord about me dressed up as 7 of 9.
Yes, I love that picture. Whoever made that, it made my day. It lives rent free in my head, honestly.
Yeah, that was Agent_G. Who's
Agent,
really
you're,
good.
You're in here. GG's.
I think he's on vacation right now. I think he left for a while, so he'll be back next weekend, I think. But I'll pass on the message in your
I
stead.
love going on vacation.
Yeah,
That's nice.
he's like the professional memer of my community. So many memes. Like,
I love that.
hold on, let's see if I can find a few.
Yes. Meme review? I'm down.
Yeah, really
I love looking at
self-indulgent
memes.
meme review. Because they're about me.
But we
Alright, let's
love
see.
you, Jeffy, so it's
Aw.
perfect.
Thank you. I love me too.
Vacation? What's that? Is it food? Does it taste good?
Yeah.
Vacation is nice. If you can go on it, go on one. They're good
More
for your
people should
mental
have
health.
them, but yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, so this one wasn't made by Agent. This one was made by Charlie.
Alright.
It's like, are you calling me creepy? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Jeffy, you look so
Don't say it.
sexy.
God damn it. This sentence has too many implications I'm not ready for.
Drop that workout routine though.
Yeah, it's just silently walking
Sorry.
around outside.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
It's fine. You're good.
That
Alright,
was
here's
really
another
cool.
one. When I was late to one of my
Oh
morning
my
streams.
goodness. That is so cute. They even made sure to have your little alien antennas. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was even some room for my antennas, which I really appreciated.
Yes, they took the time, the effort. I love it. I'm obsessed.
Good, good, good. Alright, what next?
More.
But,
I did that
I-
more.
I put my hands between my head at one point in the stream, and he made this. Apparently I'm a JoJo character now.
Oh my gosh, that pose is everything. You gotta pose, you know, especially with JoJo. It's all about the pose.
Something, something. Is this a JoJo reference? Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Alright,
Look.
let's see, what else?
They're gonna take more screenshots now.
So, he also said that with this outfit I have on right now, which I picked to try to match your vibe.
Oh,
Apparently,
yes. I was gonna compliment your cat eye glasses. They're really
oh, thank
cute.
you. Yeah, I love them. They're very cute.
They're really, really nice.
So apparently I'm an expert in Daria now.
Every time we talk about you in my streams, I always bring up that you're so fashionable.
Do
you have, like,
in
the-
your streams? That's
Yes.
really cool of you. Thank you.
Yes, of course I talk about you. I love talking about my VTuber friends.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always happy whenever you drop by my chat and I'm like, it's Benny.
This was a good cartoon show too.
I love Daria.
You
And a
fit
lot of
perfectly
people-
in there.
A lot of people don't know that it's made by the same people that made King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, I just realized chat wanted me to do a pose. Mark, I don't think I have my Leap Motion plugged in.
I mean, people watching can just fill in the blanks.
Yes.
Exactly.
Draw arms on me. Doing a pose.
Or I can just go in OBS and make your window move around a bit.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you could do that too.
Let's see if I can make it work.
I can stick my tongue out.
Yeah, that's one hell of a JoJo move. Alright. I don't watch that show, so I'm just gonna say JoJo move activate.
JoJo move.
Am I doing it?
Okay.
Am I doing it? Is this relevant?
I'm sticking my tongue out too.
Yeah, yeah, and I move the screen around, so you look like you were... Yeah. Moving faster than the eye can see. Something to be continued.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. People don't realize I don't really watch anime. I may look anime, but I don't watch it.
Yeah.
Apparently that's some form of unforgivable sin.
Yes. Unforgivable sin. Well, you know, I do like sins.
Well, in that case, that's convenient. I'm more of a sitcom type of person. I used to watch shows like Seinfeld religiously. And also, one of my favorite shows
Religious.
was,
sin. I love that.
yes, I wonder why. But also, one of my favorite shows was Gilmore Girls. When I was
I
growing
have
up.
to be honest, I did not watch those shows, but I did watch The Nanny.
Oh yeah,
That was
with the
one that I
super
liked a lot.
nasally voiced
Yes.
person.
From New Jersey, right? Is that
Yeah,
where
yeah,
she
yeah.
was supposed to be from?
I think so. The accent
I
sure
think so.
seems to imply that.
Yes. I think so too, yeah. I love that one. I loved her voice.
Yeah, she had a very iconic look to her as well. Which reminds me a little bit of the wife in Married with Children. Do you
That
remember
one
that
was
show?
a really good one. Yes, and the guy, he was in Modern Family.
He was. Yes.
Yes. He's a really
And-
good actor.
There's a funny story about the wife in Married with Children. The way she looks in that show was entirely the actress's design. She dressed herself that way at the audition because
Oh,
she
really?
said, I don't want people to recognize me doing that role. So she dressed up the silliest way, and apparently that just stuck.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's funny how sometimes people auditioning for a role will influence the role so much it gets adapted to them.
I do have to ask, since you do like Star Trek, and this is to chat too, who
Okay.
was your favorite captain?
Hmm.
There's Kirk, Pike, Picard. Oh my God, what's the one from Voyager? Oh my gosh,
Janeway.
what's her name?
Captain Janeway.
Janeway.
Yeah, she's my favorite because I don't watch a lot of Star Trek, but this is one of the series I was watching. I
It
have,
might be controversial, but I do really like Captain Kirk. Like,
I mean,
a lot.
he has some very antiquated notion about the women folk, no matter where their origin is,
He's
as in diplomacy through random sexual acts.
I just really like that one Star Trek episode in the original Star Trek where a lizard man is chasing him. And he's
yeah.
running for his life.
I think I've seen that
But
fight
this
scene.
lizard man is moving at a snail's pace. And Kirk is running. But somehow the lizard catches up. It's amazing.
Hold on.
It's one of my favorite Star Trek moments. It's the best.
Wow, funny you should say that. I think I found it.
Yes, that is the one.
The
That is
Dorn.
my
Yeah,
favorite
it's an
one.
actual species that was in Star Trek Online once that MMO
Yes.
released. Oh yeah, that fight scene is fucking ridiculous.
It's so funny.
Okay. CBS, if you're
Yeah,
watching
that
this,
might be.
please no ban.
Please no ban.
Please no ban.
Please. I'll be good VTuber.
I won't put it full stream, and we'll talk over it a bit,
Yes.
and I'll lower the volume. So we'll take some countermeasures.
We're giving criticism.
Yeah, this is
No.
fair use. Fair
We're
use.
reviewing it.
Yeah, we're all fair use up in this bitch, as some humans would say. All right.
Oh goodness.
Oops.
Kirk in his prime though. Let's go.
Yeah, he was buff.
He was so fit.
Right, even I could dodge these.
He's so fast.
I like the face he's making. Like, is this
I
happening
wonder-
right now?
I wonder how hot it was in that lizard suit.
Probably too hot. I would not be surprised if when he pulled it out there was a literal rainfall of sweat.
He was hot back in the day. I agree.
Yeah, too bad he turned out to be a bit of a problematic person.
Yeah, which it sucks because you always want to try to separate the person from their artwork or their creations, what they've done, but it's tough sometimes.
It's difficult because, especially when that person is still alive and actively profiting from
Yeah.
it, it gets a little bit difficult.
But gosh, was this scene so iconic?
Oh my god. He got hit and he's just like, well,
He's
that
like, wait,
did not work.
that didn't work?
Come on, you guys have lightsabers on your waists. Use them.
Lightsabers? They're phasers? Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
While he's like, wow, puny rock, here comes my attempt.
He's like, let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, he's like, yep, I should probably start running now.
I love this scene. How did they not? But you have to admit, back in the day, it was tough to do certain things, like
Yeah,
film wise.
Technology on this planet for
Yeah.
filming movies was very limited. And the fact that they were able to film somewhat of a coherent fight scene with this rubber suit person was already commendable, but still, it's like, that was in, what year was this filmed in?
Well, they posted this in 2009, but
Yes,
we know
but
that's
the original
not it.
thing.
Yeah,
So
that was
let's
like in
say
the
this
60s.
was- Yeah, so
Yeah.
there was some
Was it the
kung fu
late
movies.
60s?
Possibly.
I think
Let's see
so.
if chat has the answer.
Yeah.
Hi, chat. Sorry I don't talk to you as much because I'm talking with Benny, but could you help us?
What year did the original Star Trek come out?
Yes. If you don't know, I'm gonna go
Trivia
run to
time.
Daddy Wikipedia.
Daddy Wikipedia?
Yeah. So
Daddy
useful.
Google?
Less
I love
useful.
Google. Oh, I see you're using Firefox too.
Yes.
I use it sometimes as well.
It's the safest browser. So late 60s. Okay, thank you, Ospina. But yeah, so I clearly remember watching kung fu movies from those periods. And the fact that they,
Karate Kid?
well, no,
Oh,
Karate
wait,
Kid
wait.
was much later than that.
That was
But
80s, right?
yeah, I'm talking about old
Okay.
kung fu movies and stuff, like
Yes,
with
yes,
some
yes.
big fight scenes and stuff. And it's like they could do that in the 60s. It's just that I don't feel like they figured it would be important.
It was still really good though. I enjoyed these episodes.
Well,
Even
I
though
can
they look
understand.
so bad, quotations, you know, I still really enjoyed it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. Star Trek was way ahead of its time, you know?
It was. And it inspired a whole generation of people to become scientists and other professions tied to the sci-fi universe.
And the crazy thing is, I don't like space that much because I don't like thinking about how insignificant I am and how tiny I realistically am. You know, I don't like thinking about that stuff. But Star Trek kind of changed my mind about space, and I don't mind learning about it now, and I'm more intrigued about it because it made it enjoyable for me.
You know, space is overrated in a bit. I'll be honest. People think when they think about space, they think about what's currently happening in the background. Because I have some little flavor video playing in our vicinity to add flavor to the interview.
Yes,
They
I
think
like
it's like that all the time, but it's not. Most of the time you spend in space, it's really boring. The
Yeah.
vastness of it means that you don't encounter these type of celestial bodies or debris or anything really for a long time. So it's really fucking boring. I don't feel like people realize that.
really fucking boring. You
Yeah,
know,
once you get to
it's
planets,
just
it's fun.
scary. When people start talking about black holes, I'm just like,
Oh yeah,
I don't
go
even want
near
to think
those.
about that. No.
No,
We've
it's
never, we don't know much about them, do we?
Yeah, if you get too close, you get sucked in and turned into metaphysical Swiss cheese.
What the cheese?
It's metaphorically speaking. You're not actual cheddar.
I'm gonna be a demon cheese.
Yeah, watch out, you're gonna inspire some weird photoshops.
Oh gosh, if we start talking about food, it's gonna get me hungry. I love cheese.
Cheese is great. I love
I
breathing
love
it
it with
in omelets and stuff.
champagne. Oh my gosh, wine and cheese, the best.
I mean, that's like the classical combo.
Yes. What when you do drink, Jeffy? What is your preferred drink? If you have one.
I mean, I don't mind drinking a beer once in a while. I tend to stick with Belgian light beers, you know, the ones with a more fruit-related taste.
Belgium. I've tried those. Those ones taste really good.
Yeah, it's like they have a cloudy white appearance, and they have more of a light taste. Because
Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
no, go ahead.
I love Japanese whiskey. The way that they let the barrels that they use for Japanese whiskey is one of the best in my opinion. I don't know exactly what wood it's made out of, but it's always so delicious, and it's one of my favorite things to sip on. And with my whiskey, I don't like to have anything in it, not even ice. I'll just drink it straight, and I'll just sip on it. That's my favorite drink.
Honestly, no Espino, I'm not a vodka type of alien. Honestly, all of the strong alcohol tastes like window cleaner to me. No offense.
Window cleaner.
Like, my host brother on this planet tried to introduce me to whiskeys and rums, and I was like,
Did
tastes
they
like
show
window
you the
cleaner.
cheap ones? The cheap whiskeys don't
No,
taste good.
They had like something like a Glenlivet 20 years or something, and they made me try that. And I was like, fucking window cleaner. And he's like, how dare you? How dare you?
Yes, Jeffy, how dare you? Okay.
So yeah, I'm more of a light beer / maybe some white wine. You know, sangria,
Ooh.
stuff like that. I do
Yes.
enjoy that very much.
When I get a sangria, I love to make sure I have extra fruit in there. Because I love to eat the fruit right after.
That's a bonus. But
I'm addicted to strawberries, if I'm being honest.
strawberry's good. I like making
have-
smoothies with them and bananas.
I think I have strawberry jello in my fridge right now. Yes, that's what I'm obsessed with currently.
Good choice. Good choice.
It's good. It's a good little snack. I'm trying to eat snacks instead of big meals throughout the day. You know, because
Yeah,
I don't want
that's
to get
important.
sleepy.
Because yeah, I had that problem before the stream because I ate a lot of food for dinner and then I sat down and I was like, oh god, I've made a mistake. But now I'm okay. I'm okay. The tiredness went bye-bye. So yeah, sake I won't. I mean, I'll drink it if someone offers me some, but you know, I won't necessarily order it because I don't know. Hot alcohol kind of feels like some form of. I don't know, I'm not used to having hot alcohol.
Have you ever tried like a fun shot, like a pickleback shot?
What now?
Have you ever had a pickleback shot?
What is that?
So, it has to do with whiskey again, and it's mainly done with Jameson whiskey. It's like an Irish whiskey. You have a shot of the Irish whiskey, and you have a shot of pickle juice. You take the shot of whiskey, and then you take the shot of pickle juice right after, because it neutralizes the taste of whiskey. And it's really good. If you like pickles.
I mean, I do like pickles.
Yeah.
I
So
was
if
not
you're
aware
not, like,
that
a
was an
huge
actual
fan-
thing.
Yeah, so if you're not a huge fan of whiskey, but you want to try some, I definitely recommend if you go to a bar, get a pickleback shot. They have them. Like, all you have
I'm
to
gonna
say
have
is
to ask them next time I go, but yeah. And you know, I tried to like those types of drinks. Trust me, I
Yes.
tried. I even went to a whiskey tasting night where they have like 20 little things to try.
I've
And
never gone
every
to one.
single one of them tasted like window cleaner to me. I fucking
I
tried.
need to try this whiskey that you're trying. I need to see. Cause now you have me curious. Do you remember the name of the whiskey?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it was a whiskey. Hold on, let me check. I remember the name.
I promise you, there's good ones, and it's really
Yeah,
nice.
Glenlivet 12. That's a double oak Scotch whiskey single malt.
I've never had that one.
Yeah, here it is.
I've never had this. I've never even seen this one
Yeah,
before.
my host brother swears by it. It's his favorite.
It turns out Jeffy was drinking window cleaner all along.
Alright, so are you telling me that people saw me come in here and went, oh god, an alien, let's kill it. And they served me window cleaner all night. I fucking hope not.
I've never
That's
had
horrifying.
this one. I feel like I need to try it.
It's probably offered at the nearby alcohol store.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, and I live in Quebec. Here, all the alcohol stores are nationalized.
Oh, really?
So we have government shops selling these.
Oh, wow.
La Société des Alcools du Québec.
Kind of
Yes.
nice though, because where I live, everything's very close to me. I have a sushi place right across the street. I have the
Oh,
alcohol store near me.
Please don't remind me about sushi. I'm so sad. My local
Wait.
sushi place had to close down.
Wait, no. No,
Yeah,
stay
I
safe right
could
now.
walk over and I could walk over there and grab some. But now they closed down until new management, so we don't know how long it'll be closed.
If mine closed down, I would be so sad. Because where would I get my ramen? Where would I get my sushi? Jeffy.
Yeah, you'd have to
I
go to Uber
apologize.
Eats and spend 3 times as much.
We need a moment of silence for Jeffy's loss.
Thank you.
That must be tough, you know?
Yes. I'll survive somehow.
I'll survive somehow. You're
I'm
gonna have to.
also
And
trying
here's the
to-
thing: I'm so
go ahead.
picky with my sushi. You know,
Mm.
so when I find my sushi place, you know, I can only imagine what you're going through.
Yeah, once you find one you like, especially one that's in walking distance, you don't change. Don't change
Yeah.
that shit.
You lose a part of yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, on the other hand, I always see a closed door as a potential open window somewhere, as long as it's not on the second floor, of course. But I'm gonna try to learn how to make my own.
Oh, really?
That would be a fun challenge, I
That's
think.
smart, actually. That's really smart. I need to cook more at home. I have a Final Fantasy cookbook that I need
Oh
to
shit!
do. Yes.
Is it the 14 one?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, thanks to
It has
Viorzi or
really
something.
good recipes. I just need to actually do them.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. I think other people have been trying to make those recipes on Twitter at least. I've seen some pictures.
Oh, no way.
But
Maybe I
Yeah.
should join in.
the only problem though is, the only thing stopping me from trying to make my own sushi is the fact that I live alone. So unless I want to eat sushi for the next 2 days
Yeah.
straight, it's like, it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
And you know, I don't like going to the grocery store and getting those pre-made sushis. They're not.
Oh,
they
no.
don't taste the same. They don't taste the same. I
They're
don't
not
trust them
good.
either.
They're not good. You don't know
Yeah, I
when
have
they've
to-
been made.
Exactly. And I have a sensitive tummy. I need
Yeah,
to
you don't
protect
mess
my
with raw
food.
fish, so you have to be careful and eat one that has been vetted beforehand. Otherwise, you'll find some really
Food
unfortunate
poisoning?
surprises.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to forever associate my sushis with explosive diarrhea. That would not be fun.
Yes, that would not be fun. Not at all.
No.
When I worked at a retail store, I think it was Target, they would have potlucks, you know, when everybody brings something to the workplace, and I
Oh,
would
yeah.
never participate in them. Mm-mm.
Because you were
I
not
don't-
sure the people cooking were trustworthy.
Yes, or wash their hands, you know?
Okay, so I take it you have a sensitivity to germs.
Yes, I do actually. I do.
Yeah. I can
I'm
sympathize.
low-key a
I'm
germaphobe.
I'm a germaphobe myself. And I can
Really?
tell you that COVID fucked my shit up.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it, but it made me even more paranoid. So
The
sometimes,
only reason why I got COVID is because my husband got COVID.
ah damn.
So, you know, like, and we found out, like, after he had already gotten it, and we had already, you know, been sleeping next
Yeah, I
to
mean
each
at that point
other,
it's too late.
hanging out. Yeah. So, that's the only reason why I got it. But luckily, because I had gotten my vaccine and the
Oh,
booster,
thank goodness.
it wasn't that bad.
But
I
even
didn't
with
suffer
all of
from
them,
it.
unfortunately, you still play Russian roulette each time you catch it. Because I've known some people who were triple vats that got it really bad. And when someone heard that and told me, oh, that means the vaccines don't work, I'm like, no, bitch. If he
No.
did catch it and was not vaccinated, the fact that
Yeah.
she got knocked on her ass with all of these shots meant that if she caught it unvaccinated, she would have probably been a casualty.
It affects everybody differently. You never know how your body's gonna react until it happens to you. You know.
Yeah, but there's one thing for sure, that if you catch it and you're vaccinated, it will have a lesser effect on you.
Yes,
So
that is
even
that
if-
is for sure.
Even if you catch it and it brings you to death's door and you survive and you're like, well, if I didn't get my shot, I would have died. That's how I see it. But
Yeah.
some people don't see it that way. And I find that very frustrating because, you know, I'm a big fan of humans. You are very, very cool. I really love living
I like-
on your planet.
I like living with the demons, with the humans too, even though I'm a demon. I like hanging out with them.
I mean,
Pretty nice.
demons are human adjacent.
Yeah, basically, right?
Yes. You have a link with humankind that cannot be broken.
The cool thing is, a lot of places, like a lot of events, do require a vaccine card, which is kind of nice. I went to
For
a
now.
Final Fantasy Orchestra event, and they required them, and it was nice, you know?
Yeah, it's like, the way I see it, if humans want to live a long and prosperous life on their planet, they need to sometimes work together for a common good. And in that case, you can get as common good as not dying from a freaking virus. So I feel like people should work together on that. And the fact that some people take the fact that wearing a thin piece of fabric on their face is seen as some form of mind control. I've always wanted to
Honestly,
be...
I like the mask thing, though.
I like it too. I get to go out and not have to always be self-conscious all the time.
Yes, I'm just like, oh, this is perfect. I don't have to smile. I could be frowning. I could be making whatever face I want to make, you know?
Yeah, I can sing along to songs under my breath without looking like I'm a psychopath.
Exactly. That's the best.
It's awesome. And also, it's common courtesy in other cultures on this planet that if you are not feeling well, you prevent others from
Yes.
sharing the same fate.
They
You
do
wear a
that
mask.
in Japan, I think, right?
Yes, because they
It's
got
like very normalized there.
they got
Very
their
normal.
shit rocked by the first SARS epidemic in the early 2000s. And ever since then, it was culturally appropriate to wear masks in indoor settings, in crowded areas, like public transit. And honestly, I think it's a good idea, even after we manage to beat back COVID, because I don't want to go back to the days of sitting next to someone, openly coughing, with their hands
Yes.
behind their heads.
It's not just like people openly coughing. Kids are really gross because they touch everything. They put their hands in their mouth. And when I worked in retail,
Oh dear.
oh my goodness, parents just let their kids run crazy. And they'll be spilling the food, and it's insane.
The
I like
little,
wearing masks.
the little germ factories.
Yes, yes.
It's
Because I
like,
know they
alright.
don't know any better, and it's not their fault, obviously. But
Yeah.
it worked. Dealing with it all the time in retail was the worst.
And you're like, all right, little Timmy, don't forget to wear your mask. Okay, mom. And then they leave and they come back. Wait, that's not the mask I gave you. Oh, we traded.
Yes.
And like, oh, you little shit. You know,
Like,
so
that's not the point, honey.
yeah, you're missing the point, really.
That is
Now go to your room before I catch it. But yeah, so I don't know.
I feel like going to your room is not much of a punishment. I like being in
Not
my room.
anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
In the olden days, there was not that much entertaining stuff in your room. But nowadays,
Right.
we have the world's entertainment
Yes.
modules at the tip of our fingertips.
You have like Switch, PS, PlayStation, Xbox, computers,
Smartphones.
laptops, smartphones, iPads, tablets,
Yeah, so
everything.
time to get out my old cane and shake it at the sky, but nowadays when someone tells me they're bored, I'm like, there's so many things you could do.
There's so much to do.
You're bored because you let yourself be bored.
You probably
There's
don't have
always something.
TikTok either.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I don't feel like I want to recommend TikTok to people.
Oh yeah, no. I only do it to my friends because I want to send them TikToks.
Yeah, I
only
also send them
they
TikToks.
suffer. I have one friend where my goal in life is to always send him the cringiest videos I can find on TikTok.
I'm sure that friend loves you very much.
He appreciates it. He does.
I'll take your word for it. But, no, all kidding aside, it's a self-control thing, really.
Yeah.
You're gonna know when
It's
to
healthier
quit.
to probably do a hobby, like read a book, or
Yeah,
go outside,
read a book, watch a movie.
run.
Yeah, running used to do that. Then I stopped because I caught bronchitis at one time. I'm so sad because I was
Did
doing
you
so well.
really?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I
In a
had
galaxy far
bronchitis
away.
before.
Yeah, my lungs are kind of shit. So I have asthma, and whenever I catch a
Oh
cold,
no.
it always seems to turn into bronchitis or worse.
You have asthma too?
Yeah,
Jeffy, no.
I mean, it's not the most.
Yeah.
But I have a little pump I can use if shit gets bad, but it doesn't
You have
really
an
get bad.
inhaler?
Yes, I do.
My
But-
sister-in-law, she has one because she has asthma too. When
But
it
the
gets
doctors
really
told me
windy
it
over
was really-
here, it's bad
really
for
mild.
her.
So I'm not complaining. It's just that for some reason, whenever I get sick, it always seems to go that way. So that's why COVID kind of scares me. Because
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
can
how the hell I
imagine.
would react to it.
I would not want to go outside. I got bronchitis, but I don't think I have asthma because I obviously haven't needed to use an inhaler. But when I got bronchitis, it was in college. I was living at the dorms at the time, and I passed out in front of my dorm room.
Oh dear.
Basically, yeah, because I was so sick. I don't know why, and I got taken away in an ambulance, and that's when I discovered how much they cost.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could probably talk your ear off about healthcare in the United States, but I don't feel like
God,
we need that
yes.
kind of a downer of a discussion.
No, but yeah, it was intense, and that's how I found out I had bronchitis. But I only ever got it that one time.
Alright, all I'll say on the subject is yay Canada.
Yay, Canada!
Yeah.
I've
So
never
I'm really
been.
grateful for that. It's pretty great. When you land here, they don't send you to Area 51.
Oh,
So that was cruel
well,
for
how
me.
nice of them!
Yeah. They actually let
It
me
is
live
so
here and
kind.
everything.
They said, "Welcome to the planet. We're
Yeah.
not gonna experiment on you."
Yeah, they were super
Like,
kind.
wow,
They-
thank you.
Yeah.
The bare minimum.
Well, you would think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like Canada. It's really nice. And a lot of people have a lot of bad shit to say about Quebec, but I disagree. Sure, we have our little bunch of douchebags. But
Yes.
don't we all?
Oh,
Don't we
yeah.
all?
In California, there's definitely douchebags here.
I mean, I can imagine. I think they are attracted to the heat.
Oh god, especially when I worked in retail, people were insane. You could literally read them the policies of the store and they think they're the one person. The policies don't, you know?
Exceptions can be made for me because
Yes.
I'm the king of awesome.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Because they've been shopping here the last 10 years.
Also,
So
speaking
they're
about
the
customer
exception.
service, you know that quote they always bend you around on their little tyrant power trips? The customer is always
Oh
right.
yeah. Yes.
You know what that actual quote is? It's cut. They did not quote it correctly. It's the customer is always right in matters of taste.
Yes.
That's the actual quote, which basically means if the customer wants to buy a hot paint lamp, let them.
Yeah.
So their tastes are their own. It's fine. But now they're just using it to make themselves feel superior.
Yes. And I will say, it is annoying when they come into the store and they say, it says you have it online, but you're sold out. And you try to explain to them, but because it says you have it online, they refuse to accept that answer.
They refuse to accept that stocks are taken at
Yes.
periodic intervals.
And that
And
it
that-
takes time for the websites to update, you know?
Exactly. And they go, oh, come on, go check in the back. I'm like, I won't find it. So now you have to go in the back. Just putz around and look at some TikToks and go back out. We don't have it. Just so
Yeah,
they'll
that's
go the fuck
exactly what I
away.
would do. I would stand there, I'd probably take a bite out of my lunch or something, and then I'd walk back out and be like, yeah, there's nothing back there.
I got scared for a second when said you took a bite out of it. Said, wait, did you take a bite out of her? What?
No.
Wow, customer service in the US is much different than I thought it was.
Out of my lunch or something.
Oh, okay.
Because
thank
I
goodness.
worked at multiple retail stores. I worked at Journeys, I worked at Target, and at Journeys, I got to keep my lunch in the back room. So
I know about Target. I do not know what Journey is. Can you elaborate?
that's a shoe store. And it's
A shoe
for
store.
name brand shoes like Timberlands, Uggs, Doc Martens, Vans, Converse,
I love me some
Very-
Converse.
what else do they have?
Big fan of Converse.
Polos. Yes, we sold an extreme amount of Converse. We had so many Converse and a lot of different designs. And the cool thing about Journeys is they had a lot of exclusive Converse and Vans that you could
Ooh.
only get at their stores. And they would launch what is it called? They would launch with different brands, like say for example the Looney Tunes. I think they did a launch with Looney Tunes. And there were Bugs Bunny Converse, different ones from that show. It was really cool. I loved working there. The discount was amazing. They had 40% off for all employees.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Whether you're a manager, a part-timer, everybody got 40% off. Which is
I mean-
extremely nice considering the fact that these are name brand shoes, you know?
I mean, as long as don't mind the smell of feet.
Oh gosh, when people would come in and they were not wearing socks with their shoes, I would be very kind and say like, oh, we have these, you know, disposable socks. If you would like to put them on, I'm gonna give you some. Put them on.
Like, you have to be very cordial instead of going like, bitch, you smell.
Yeah.
But
Oh
that would
gosh.
probably not fly.
This one guy came in and his feet stunk so bad. I was really scared for the shoes because the smell was so horrendous. It felt like it was gonna stain the shoe itself. Like once
my
he stopped
God.
trying to, like that's how bad. And I was crossing my fingers. I'm like, please tell me he's gonna buy these shoes because I think I'm gonna have to damage them out if he doesn't.
Please tell me you bought them.
He bought them. Yes.
Okay, thank goodness.
He bought. I think he was one of those people that was self-aware but didn't care. If you
I
know what
mean, in one way, that must be so liberating not having to think about all that stuff all the time. But still, ew.
Yeah, I was like,
Fuck.
oh, but he still bought them, so it wasn't
Oh
too
my
bad.
Alright,
did
well,
have to
there's
do
some
a
good news
vote.
at least. But did you guys get commission or anything?
For what?
Well, on shoe sales.
Oh, commission? So
Yeah.
only, let me see, part-timers did not get commission,
On that.
but the co-managers, the manager in training, and the managers could. Yes.
so
I think
all
they-
the employees under them that sold shoes, they had the money for.
They, I think, were paid hourly. They might have switched it to now they get commission. I'm not too sure. But I think when I was there, it was just hourly.
Hmm.
But,
Okay.
like, the better that you were at selling, the more hours that you would get, kind of a thing.
Oh yeah, that like, oh, let's reward your good work with more work.
Yes.
Yay.
They had
Yay.
this rule at Journeys where you had to bring out 4 pairs of shoes to every customer. Even if they only asked for one, you weren't allowed to bring 1 pair of shoe. You have to
Oh,
bring
God.
out 4.
I can't. Upsell tactics piss me the fuck
Yes.
off. It's like,
Yes.
you know the person doesn't want to do it. You know the client doesn't want to do it either, and you're forced to go on this pantomime of customer service. Because
Yeah.
otherwise the bosses will be unhappy with you.
If you think that is crazy, that wasn't the only thing they expected you to upsell. They expected you to also bring a cleaner to clean the shoes.
Oh my god.
And an accessory. So like a backpack, t-shirt, socks,
Ah.
something else.
It's
Socks
like,
was a big thing. They
I know
really
you're just
wanted
there
me to
for
sell
shoes,
socks.
but what about a shirt?
What about a backpack? What about
Yeah, backpack.
shoelaces? What about
You
a
can
cleaner?
put your shoes in there as you walk bare feet out of the store.
Yes.
Oh my god, it makes no sense. It's like, that's what drove me away from applying to these types of jobs. Because the upselling makes me feel yucky. It's like,
But the weird thing is, I was really good at it.
I mean,
I was really good at my
oh
job.
my god, it's Jason Statham with hair. Hold on. who just followed the Dirk Breast Wolf Killer. Then you will follow. That's an interesting name.
That is an interesting name.
Yeah, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, it's like whenever I used to go to like EB games or GameStop, and you bring the game up to them, and you're like,
Oh,
"Here's
gosh,
what I want."
stop.
Are you sure you don't want the game game manual? No, I don't.
Yes.
What about the controller?
Yes.
No, I don't.
The manual.
Oh god. What about the super exclusive metal sleeve? Can you just bring me up, please? But
What
you know
about our
they don't want to do it.
membership?
Oh yeah, that fucking membership.
Yes, they have that membership at GameStop.
Oh yeah, it gives you the right to give them used games and they'll pay you like 30 cents more
And they
for
would
it.
give you the manual, right? Or some sort of magazine? Came
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
it,
like
if I'm not mistaken.
those used to be all of the rage back in the day. Those
Yes.
what's the name? Strategy manuals.
Yes.
Giving you some hot tips about how to defeat Bowser.
But
Just
I
jump on his
remember
head.
with some games, you kind of needed a manual, like Silent Hill, right? I remember there was a Silent Hill manual, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, there was a manual made like Prima Games or something made like special strategy
Yeah.
guides for all of these Silent Hill games.
Yes.
But yeah, the thing though is by the time the Silent Hill games released, I remember clearly playing them back in the day and looking up some walkthroughs on Game Facts FAQs.
Yeah.
Those were how I navigated the games back in those times. And yeah, Silent Hill. God, I fucking love that series. Oh
It
my
is
God.
so good, and it's really sad that we didn't get the PT. It was
Oh my God. My
heartbreaking.
heart breaks thinking about it again.
Yes.
It's like
It was like,
Konami's
why would you
just
create
sitting
any
on it.
differences?
Konami is just sitting on the IP now, making pachinko machines. It's come up to a point now. I just want them to sell it.
Right?
Sell Silent. Oops, hold on. My hand is
Yes.
rebelling again. It's like I want
Oh
them
no,
to
hand, calm down.
sell the IP. I want them to sell it to another company that will actually do something with it. Because it's been like 10 years. Dude, come
Yeah,
on.
they haven't even remastered the games, and you know,
Well,
it's like,
they did.
oh, did they really?
They released the PlayStation 3 version of Silent Hill 2 and 3.
Oh shit!
And it's
That's
awful.
actually a- Is it
It's
awful?
awful. It's
It's
awful.
awful?
Capital A. Awful.
Maybe that's why I didn't know about it.
It's like you're better off finding an old copy
Oh no!
and trying it on an emulator than downloading
makes
the
sense.
PlayStation 3 version. It's like they even fucked up the fog. They fucked up
Benny,
the
you
fog.
have unlimited power? Only
What
when
does
I'm
that
not
mean?
hungry. Well, I don't know what it means, but only when
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
neither.
hungry.
Josh, what's up? What's happening? Alright, but yeah, so I'm really hoping that Konami either sells the franchise or reactivates it in some way.
And I feel
Even
like
if
they
it's-
could. Someone
even
would
if-
buy it.
Yeah, even if just to remaster the versions correctly. So now that whenever I try to recommend someone try Silent Hill, I actually have games to point them towards.
Yes.
Because right now, if you want to play the older games, it's practically impossible. The only one you can actually play right now is Silent Hill 4 on PC. That's the only one that's available right now. 'Cause
And,
they-
and
they-
you would think they would do more considering how huge of a fan base there is. There is a huge fan base for Silent Hill. There's no reason they shouldn't be doing these things.
Yeah, it's baffling to me. Really baffling. And it's like they could just sell it to someone or make a remastered version and would probably print money for the next foreseeable
Yeah.
future.
And it's not like it's impossible. Resident Evil has remastered their games beautifully, you know?
Yeah, those were great. Those were
They
great.
were amazing. Oh
I
my
played
gosh,
so
the
much of the
intro
original-
scene was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I played so much of the original Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation. But when I played the remaster, the remake, I knew pretty much where everything was, except a few exceptions, because they were a bit cheeky and moved some things around. But yeah, it's
Oh
like
wow.
I lose myself when I go outside my house. But when I go to the Raccoon City Police Department,
Yes.
I know where I'm going. How pathetic
I
is
will
that?
say though, in DBD, I get lost on the RPD map.
Hey, me
For
too.
some reason, for the life of me, I can never find a gen or the person who's hooked on there.
It's that
so-
I know where to go some places, but the thing is, I never remember where the gens are. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, we're kind of burying the lead here, are we? Yeah. Benny is a big Dead by Daylight streamer,
Yes,
and
I
she's
am.
really good at it.
I
And
love DBD.
so, I wanted to ask you about the game.
Okay.
What do you think about the current health of the game right now?
I think Behavior, the company that actually owns DVD, has been really. I could see where they are trying in some aspects of the game, you know, where they're listening to their audience and their fans.
Yeah.
But then I can also see where they're not listening to us, and it's causing a lot of frustrations on both sides of the game. For Survivor and Killer, people don't want to play anymore. And it's kind of sad because I really enjoy playing DVD.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
hoping-
been playing it for how long now?
1 year. I actually haven't been playing DVD as long as it's been out. Its 6th anniversary is coming up this week.
Yeah,
There
I bought it
haven't
when it
been
came
yet.
out. And I
Yes.
played it on and off over all the years because my normal routine with Dead by Daylight is play for a month, wait for half a year,
Yes.
ladder, rinse, repeat. So I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the game. And also, I've been to their old studios back in the day before they actually
Oh,
released the
really?
game. Yeah, I used to be friends with some people on the team. And
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah, I got to see their office before they moved to the industrial side of town. Because they're in Montreal, where I live.
Uh-huh.
And I still remember the day that my host brother went to a bar where they were hosting a Q&A not long after the game came out. And he got his hand on one of those bald Dwight cosmetic cards. And before Dead by Daylight went full cosmetic shop heavy,
Yes.
We had
oh,
very
they
few
love
skins.
cosmetics.
we had very few skins available. They were sold in bundles of multiple ones. Like you had the 80s case with a few outfits for the survivors, or the bloody sack which had outfits for like the hillbilly, the trapper, and you know like they came in bundles. And then over time there were those exclusive skins
Uh-huh.
like bald bearded Dwight that were given away at Q&As and events. And those things went up to like $500 on eBay. Because those we were really starved of skins back in the day.
Did you wait? Hold on. 500?
Yeah, they were worth a pretty penny. But my brother just used the card.
Like, wait.
You know.
Dollars?
Yeah, dollars. Because those were rare. They were only given out at cons and special events.
I, you know, you gotta respect the grind. You gotta respect it. Some people, when you want it bad enough, and if you got the money,
Supply and demand
Do it.
also plays a role in it. But you know. So
Yes.
a few years after, they integrated a store front inside of the game. That's when the cosmetic doors blew wide open. And now we have all the collection we have access to this day. I think it's much better because the old ways of buying like cosmetic packs was not very entertaining because you had like tons of skins for characters you did not use. And
See, that's the thing that kind of makes me a little bit sad that I discovered DVD as late as I have. It was out 5 years before I discovered it, you know?
I'll
So
be
there's
honest.
a lot that I don't know about.
you did not miss much, I'll be honest. The
I
game
didn't?
was fucking busted when it came out. Like, I'll give you
Busted.
some examples. Okay,
Well,
so back in the day,
mhm.
you could sabotage hooks, and they would not come back. They had no
I
respawn.
heard that one.
And the only ones you could not do that to were the basement hooks. So the old meta for survivors was to bring toolboxes and sabotage all the hooks in the map. And the killers
is
only could hook you in the basement. So that was
is
shit.
Poor killers.
Yeah, it's like there was a lot of things like the old brand new part where you just press the button and the gen automatically completed itself.
Wait, what?
Yep, and
No,
you had groups
hold
of 4
on.
bringing in their toolboxes.
Can I go back in time real quick? Just to play DVD during that time? Gosh,
You think you would have liked that? Like,
I-
you're doing the killer and then suddenly you're ding ding ding
I would have
ding.
liked to at least experience one game, you know?
I mean, yeah, probably that would have been something you could go like, huh, neat. And
Yeah.
then you just go like, oh
And then
dear.
go
Yeah,
back
it
to
was,
the original one.
it was horribly survivor-sided. I remember all the infinites. You could
I'm a
just get
survivor
looped around
main,
forever.
you know? That sounds like a good game to me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, Dad, yeah. Back in the day, Claudette's self-heal perk was so fast with a medkit that you could hit someone. She could heal herself up before you finish the hit animation.
Oh, really?
It was nuts, kind of like how the boon stuff was when it first came out.
Oh yeah, boons, I will say this. It's not the fact that the healing is so strong. It's the fact that it's infinite.
Yeah,
know,
that's
and-
the
and
part that I feel like if they just took away.
And I know people are gonna argue, well, it takes 23 okay. But do you know how many 23 seconds there are in a minute? Like, they could just keep rebooting. I had a killer match earlier this week, and I don't remember who I was playing as, but they kept rebooting like every second. I would find a boon, snuff it out, 2 seconds later, the boon was back. And I was trying to figure out who was booning on the team, because I wanted to take that person out of the game, you know?
Spoiler alert, it was all of them.
Every single one
Yeah,
had boon
called
circle
it.
healing.
Fucking called it. It's like
Every single one.
the fact that it can be applied multiple times. The fact that everybody on the team can do it
Oh,
means that it's pretty
it's hard,
pretty
you
scary.
know? Because sometimes as killer, you rely on the survivors being injured because when you get into chase with them, it'll be a little bit easier. But if they're healing like, you know, like that, it makes it impossible sometimes. And they'll have really good loops. If they have Boon Circle of Healing and Windows of Opportunity, good luck, you know?
Yeah, and if it's on a 2-floor map where the boon placement allows you to cover both floors, you're fucked.
And
You're
if they got a
just fucked.
flashlight.
Oh yeah, those too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know, I feel like the problem with boons is that it pushes the already stretched thin killer to even more because he's already chasing the people all over the place and barely making it. Now he has to go
start
snuff out
making
boons all the
priorities.
time. And it gets hard to follow. And they can just keep rebooting over and over again. So they could either fix it by
Here's the thing,
either
you have
one.
to take the time to snuff it out as killer.
Yeah, and they'll say,
You
oh,
gotta
it's just a
find
few
it.
seconds. It's like, no, because you have to go out of your way to find it.
And especially if they booned it in an area where generators completed, where there's no point in you going into that area, you're
You'll never
never gonna
find
find it.
Yeah.
Because
So,
then you're wasting time at that point.
I have some recommendation. Either they make it so you can only boon once a match. Or
I would
that,
say they should make it a token-based thing, kind of like you finish half of a generator, you get 1 token. You get up to 3 tokens, and then you can
That's a
boon
lot.
3 times. You think
That's a
3 is
lot.
still a lot?
what I
So what
think would be
about-
a good middle ground would be maybe to
So just 1?
make it so that when a boon gets snuffed, it
Yeah.
crushes the totem.
Here's the only thing about that. There's Hex Pentimento. So then they would have to make it to where the killer, if they're using Hex Pentimento, they can't bring that totem back. I think it's called Rekindle or something.
I mean, if they do boon and now the killer has that very specific perk, it will give them an advantage. But only if they have the perk, right?
Yes. They get an advantage as killer.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a very niche, it's a very small use case, like, the killer has to run that, then they
But a
have
lot
to
of
clear
good
the
killers
boons.
use Hex Pentimento. They use that one with Hex Plaything. That's a
What does that do again? I know that's the Cinnabites perk, but I forgot what it does.
So basically, you hook a survivor on any hook, doesn't matter, can even be basement hooks, right? They don't hear your terror radius or anything. Like they're basically oblivious the entire time until they find their totem and cleanse it. Now, nobody can cleanse their totem, I think, for a minute or something. It's a certain amount of time that no one can cleanse their totem, and you have to cleanse it. But then after that time goes out, then anybody can cleanse your totem.
Okay.
But that's what they do. So they want you to break the totem, they want you to cleanse it, and then with Hex Pentimento, they bring back the totem and they get their buffs. So generator, you work on gen slower, you heal slower, you can't do certain it's tough.
I mean,
It's a deadly
it's
combo.
countered. It's countered easily if someone has a boon. They just boom the totem instead.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Exactly.
it's like what could happen is that you could make it so that I feel like if you could just reboon totems. Let's go shopping, guys. Oh, hold on, I just got. Oh my goodness. Thea.
Wow.
Hi,
Hi.
Thea.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeffy the Alien. Welcome to my stream. I love fashion, games, and humans, and also talking with people. And this week I'm doing a special episode, the Friendship, which is my interview / hangout stream with my guest here, DemonBennyy.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Yes. I hope you had a good stream, Thea. Can we get a shout out for Thea? She's an amazing VTuber and also a virtual reality advocate. She made some really great videos about virtual reality, and I feel like more people need to watch them.
That's amazing.
She's awesome. Yeah, it's like what I told you earlier when we were talking about VR, that we need more people talking about it, showcasing it.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Because it's a technology many people don't have experience with, and we need to get them familiar with it, because it's a technology that's really important to me. So, yeah,
I love
Thea is
VR.
really awesome for that. Of course, Thea. Thank you for the raid, I really appreciate it. Awesome. Alright, cool. So yeah, we're doing an interview now, so I will not be as interactive as normal. So I hope you will understand that. But I do hope you've had a really fun stream. And I hope we get to talk soon. Miss you. Always. Yeah, always. Alright, so what was I talking about?
We were talking about DVD and
I got all
totems.
flustered.
No, I mean, rightfully so, though. That was a very, very kind raid.
Yeah, very nice. Ah, lovely. So yeah, we're talking about Dead by Daylight and the whole totem stuff.
And like where the game is heading, you know,
Mhm.
what direction.
Yeah, it seems like they want to try to recoup lost players by trying to endear them with some licensed property.
Yeah, but I didn't even like the Resident Evil chapter release. Like, I didn't like the map that much. I mean, I liked the characters, but they had messed up. Who was it? Was it Claire or Jill?
Oh my
One
god,
of their
yeah.
faces. I remember.
It's like they
it was
released.
really bad.
Yeah, they released Jill. It was fine. Then they released the Claire legendary skin, and she looked like she fell down some stairs. And then people went, "Can you fix that?" And they went, "Okay, dude, we got
Yeah.
you." And then they fixed Claire. And then Jill was busted and looked like a grandmother who had one too many children. And then
Like a grandmother.
yeah, and then after that they go, wait, we got this. And then they fixed Jill, and then they busted Claire again. And I was like, oh my god, guys, come on. And
It's kind of
It-
the same thing how they did with Jonathan from Stranger Things.
hmm,
Have you
Mhm.
seen his skin? It
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
look good.
yeah, he looked like he stayed in the upside down for a bit too long.
Yes, exactly. And I'm really sad that the Stranger Things chapter had
Yeah,
to go.
yeah, I know. And for
I
those
really
reasons
liked
too.
Hawkins. I really
Well,
enjoyed that map. I did.
Not a fan. Not a fan. I like the Demogorgon. Not a fan of the map though.
The
Oh my
funny
God.
thing is, I'm really bad with Demogorgon as killer.
He's difficult to
some
use. I still
reason-
ended up buying him because I
I
did not
think
want
he's supposed to be
to.
one of the easier killers, though.
Is he now?
Which is kind of funny. I think so. But I always struggle with him. It's the portals. I need to use the portals more.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's an easy killer for new players or for people that are not familiar with the game. Because they require a lot of map awareness to where you place those
Yes.
portals to not be completely neutered by the survivors.
And I'm wondering if they'll have any more licensed chapter releases. Like, if we're gonna get Friday the 13th, Jason.
I would
That's what
imagine
I
the
hear.
lawsuit was recently settled. So I would
Cleared,
imagine
yeah.
that would be on the cards.
I would hope so.
I mean,
But I'm
he's pretty
wondering,
much.
wouldn't he be the same as? Let's see.
You
I
mean
don't
the
know.
Trapper?
Yeah, because didn't they make Trapper kind of
They did.
like?
They did.
Yes,
It's
they
like,
did. They
well,
did,
I mean,
right?
that didn't stop the Letterface from coming into the game when they had the hillbilly all this time.
Bubba's. Oh, I
I
love
love
me
that
some
Bubba.
Bubba. I
Yeah,
love
whenever you see Bubba, get away from the basement. Run away.
I go to the basement. I want to say hi.
Yeah, I
love
also
saying
saw
hi.
that you were quite enamored with the clown as well.
Oh gosh, I love Clown too. The only okay, there's a lot of
They scare
killers.
me.
There's not a lot of killers that I don't like going against. I would say the only one I don't like going against is Pinhead.
Yeah, he's
Cinema.
tough to play against. He's tough to play against.
It's the box. I
Yeah.
hate the box. I
There's-
forget every time, and then the chain hunt activates, and I'm suffering.
Yeah, and then one pinches your butt at the time you're trying to pull down a pallet, and you're like, oh no.
It's impossible to flashlight save too when the chain
Yeah.
hunt is active. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. It's the same thing also. It's like when everything starts to snowball with unluckiness, like sometimes it happens when you play against Nemesis as well. Well, you get punched by Nemi, you turn around the corner, you get bitch slapped by the zombie twice.
Bitch.
And then you're like, no. They're either useless or like MLG pro players.
Yes.
No in between. Like, I had one camping the fucking hook in one of my Survivor games.
You know,
There's-
they're all camping now. They're setting up their tents. They got the s'mores out. You know, it's
Yeah, they're just
That's
looking at
how
you
it
and you're
is.
like, bitch, move, I want to get off this hook. Oh dear lord.
I you know what I think it is? I think
Blind
a
weapon.
lot of killers are just really tired of going against sweaty Swift teams,
Yep.
Survivor friends, you know? And
Yeah,
they're
but-
tired of their matches being so hard, so they rather just camp someone out of the game and then not camp anymore. Because I've noticed that it's a pattern. They'll camp and then they'll tunnel one person out, and then they won't do it again for the entire round. Like they'll just play normally. But it's just because they want to make it a little bit easier for themselves.
I mean, when you play on Survivor with your friends, it feels very satisfying to just run around and mess with the killer, but try to put yourself in their shoes. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's all fun and games until there's no killers left to populate your games.
I know. DBD would not exist if we didn't have killers, you know?
Yeah, and
We
it's
need
like
both sides.
whenever I queue up as a Survivor, I spend like 15 minutes staring at my nail polish. And
no.
then if I play killers, I don't even have time to blink and I'm already in the game. So that should tell you something.
Oh gosh.
the current balance.
yes. But
yeah.
honestly, I do have some wholesome moments in DVD where some
Oh, yeah.
survivors are adorable. I had a 12-hour stream last month, right?
Ooh.
And one of the goals during that stream was a chest bubba. Now, if you don't know what chest bubba is, it's basically when you hide in the basement and you protect your chest. There's always a chest in the basement every
So there are
round, no matter what.
subspecies of bubbas.
Yes. And they hide next to their chest and they guard it. They won't hurt you as long as you don't touch it. But
With
the
Insidious,
second
I
that you
imagine.
touch it, it's fair game. You're dead. And
But
I
you guess
had
they all have Insidious.
Well, I had Insidious because I had to play Chest Bubba. It was one of the goals for my 12-hour stream.
Oh.
And when I went down there, I was hiding, you know, next to my chest. a lorry comes down, and she was adorable. She tried to offer me her flashlight for the chest.
But
She was like, yeah, she was trying to trade, and I was telling her no. And I would turn around, and I would look back at her, and she would get closer, little by little. And suddenly, we started playing red light, green light. It was adorable. I
oh,
miss
that's
her.
amazing. Yeah, that was really funny. It's like sometimes you get those little moments
Yes.
of shenanigans in the game. Like, I remember one time a player had problems loading into the game, so it took them a while to load in the game, right? But they were just standing there, and there was another survivor behind them hiding. And I passed by them, and I look, and I go, I don't see anything. And I just left because that survivor was hiding behind the AFK survivor.
Oh my gosh.
You know, little funny adventures like that. And I had another one where I was chasing a Meg, and there was
Amazing.
what's the blonde dude, the Felix. Yeah, so it was in
Felix.
Silent Hill, the Silent Hill map, which I love
Oh,
because
Midwich.
it's so game accurate.
Yes.
I had an unfair advantage on that map just because of how much I've played the first Silent Hill, but I digress.
They have her crying in the bathroom on that
Yep.
map.
Just like the game, and they even
And
have
there's
the
a body
fucking.
that falls out of a locker.
That's the locker jump scare from the game. They even have that. They even have the blue phones and shit. It's like,
So cool.
the people behind this game are a huge Silent Hill fan, and it shows. It really shows. But yeah, so as I was saying, I was chasing a Meg in the Silent Hill, and I get to the bathroom, and then there's a Felix in the open doorway just blocking her.
Mhm.
So I hit her. She goes through, and then I start chasing the Felix. Then I just hook the Felix and I just stare at him, while the Meg is next to me, flashlight clicking and teabagging the Felix on the hook.
No way.
And then he just lets him die there, and I lead her to the hatch.
That is so funny. What the
You
heck?
don't sandbag in my games. You just don't. So yeah,
Oh,
that was wholesome. I remember this fondly.
Yeah, I hate when people. I have TTV in my name. So I do have those
Risky.
moments where the randoms, where the randoms will sandbag me on purpose. It's intense, but I like having it in my name because I meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a lot
the
of
opposite.
my regulars now, some of them I met because I had TTV in my name on DBD,
Yeah,
and
so
they decided to come in.
it's a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, you get so many cool people coming into your chat. But in the other, you're also playing the target in your back. So it's a balancing act, I would imagine.
Yes.
So you still feel it's worth it.
Yeah, I do because I get a lot more great interactions than negative ones. I think one of the most negative ones I had was where some guy came in and he said, what did he say? He said, "Hey, the next time you play, try working with your team instead of against them." And I like looked at chat and I said, because I like having adult conversations with people, I don't mind having a conversation. And I asked him,
Same.
"What do you mean? How did I work against my team? I helped unhook, I've worked on gens, I've helped heal. Where am I not, helping?" And he's like, I wanted to boon the totem and you cleansed it. I didn't know he wanted to boon the totem. When you rewatch the VOD, the moment where he was trying to get me to get off the totem, I was already 70% done, almost done with it. And I was looking at chat. So I wasn't paying attention to his gestures. You know how you can like point to those ears?
Yeah. Bad timing
I
is
didn't
what
notice
that was.
it because I was like, what do you want?
Yeah,
I'm reading
you're
chat
playing
over here.
charades.
Yeah. And he was so angry. He said I sounded like a 12-year-old. And I was like, is that an insult? Like,
Oh dear.
I know
yeah.
I'm not 12.
You should
So-
see the shit I get whenever
Oh,
I play games on voice sometimes. It's always the same thing. It's like, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
some people get extremely angry with me. because they think I'm fooling them. And I'm like, no, that's how my voice sounds. And I don't know. It's like,
And they don't
yes.
like it. You're like, you're lying to me.
It's like, I know that people will not necessarily like my voice. No, all kidding aside, little shop talk. I made choices with it. I know it is polarizing, but it's a choice I made. I think it fits with the character. I like it.
I think so too, and that's what I talk about in my streams too. Because I when I talk about you, I'll let chat know. You know, Jeffy uses a voice changer for the character, and I think it's very. I think it's cool. I think it's smart.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's like kind of original in the sense that you're an alien. You know.
Yeah, I
Jeffy's
mean,
actually an alien.
there's a lot of different types of YouTubers out there, and I have nothing against them not using a voice changer to fit their characters. At the end of the day, it's all part of your own designs, and that's
Exactly,
perfectly
it's
fine.
your brand. You know,
And-
that's you.
It's like either on stream or in VR chat. If someone does not like my voice, I tell them, you can just mute me. It's fine. I will not be angry with you. It's totally okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm not for everyone. What I have issues with, however, is when people decide to be gigantic assholes about it. Like they make it a big spectacle of how shit my voice is, and they like fuck. I had one girl in one of my VR chat sessions.
Yeah.
Like she dropped by in front of me while I was talking to someone else and started saying like, "Oh my god, that voice is so fucking annoying. Hold on, I'm gonna block it." And
That's
she
so
like
annoying.
comically pointed towards the button. And then the friend I was talking with turned around and she tore her a new one. I never seen her so
Yeah.
angry, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna cry." That's so sweet. But yeah, at the end of the day, as I said, it's fine if you don't like it. Just don't be a dick about it, and we won't have any trouble. Because I know.
Like, you don't have to say everything you're gonna do. Like,
Yeah,
I
Pressure
thought,
has
I
it.
think I saw on Twitter another streamer had talked about this where somebody didn't agree with something the streamer had said or was wearing. It was something about the streamer that she had a tattoo. She had
Oh.
a tattoo. And the viewer was like, "Oh, is that a tattoo?" And she's like, she thought they were being interested in it. And she's explaining, "Yes, this is my tattoo. It's of this. I X, Y, and Z." And then the viewer's like, "I'm unfollowing now because no tattoos. Sorry." And it's like, okay, honestly, you can have, your opinion.
Wow.
But
That's
you
the
don't have
biggest
to
loss.
tell somebody, like, right?
What a big loss that was for her, I would imagine.
But it's like, you could just leave. You
Yeah.
don't have to announce it.
You can click out of the window if you do not enjoy it. It's like, yeah, you make choices with your design, with your voice, with your role, with everything. And if someone does not enjoy it, that's perfectly fine. Because I always find that trying to please everyone makes you appeal to no one.
Yes.
And also, yeah, so you go nuts and you appeal to no one because you're watered down so much that nobody
I
really...
feel like it causes burnout.
Also, yeah. Because-
There's been a lot of burnout in the VTuber community. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
a lot of graduations happening
Yeah.
because people are just pushing themselves very hard. I have a friend who pushed herself really hard, and she might not come back to streaming. And it's been, hard on a lot of us because we really cherished and loved her content, but because she pushed herself so hard, she doesn't really want to come back.
Yeah, it's a tough gig because people just assume like, oh, VTuber just turn on the VTubing software and chill on their sofa or whatever. But no, VTubing is a lot of work, and it's like some
And
people
there's a lot of
also-
expectations with being
Also-
a VTuber too.
Yeah, it's like if you subscribe to the Western or Eastern type, there's different expectations of you of what a VTuber is. Especially if some people get lost in the old idol thing that is very popular in places like Japan and stuff. And that can turn very toxic very quickly because
Yeah.
it all becomes so artificial. So like, you can't talk about your relationships. You always have to be perfect all the time, and it's like I fall out of so much of these notions. It's like I'm probably the worst VTuber in that category.
No. Yeah, it's kind of crazy the expectations that I see for VTubers, or where they argue like, is a PNG an actual VTuber, this and that, and I'm like,
2D versus 3D.
yes, like what's better? I'm like, what does it matter? Like,
It doesn't.
we just support each other. Like, we all have similar goals, you know. And I always try to be the person that uplifts my friend. And one of my friends, she almost stopped streaming too. Luckily, I talked to her and I was able to convince her to keep streaming because I care about her and her content. But she was gonna stop streaming because her rigger basically ghosted her.
Oh shit.
And she had her debut planned, she had everything set up. That was the only thing she needed. But then they
Did
bailed.
you run away with the money?
No, luckily they refunded,
Oh,
but
thank goodness.
it
That's
was
just
so
expensive.
close to her debut that she like basically lost hope. But I messaged her and I was like, girl, you put so much work into this. Don't stop. Keep going. Like, I'm going to support you no matter how long it takes for this to happen, you know? And luckily she's still streaming. So
Awesome.
I'm
That's
happy.
really
She
good.
found somebody.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If you're on the Live 2D side, it is now very expensive and also very time consuming to find
Yeah.
someone that will work with your budget and your.
Yes, with
needs.
your budget. That's the most
Uh,
important.
It's like all types of VTubing have pros and cons. I've actually made a stream talking about this. Like
Oh,
I've
really?
made a whole expose on every types of VTubing and their pros and cons and how to do it. And
Oh, no
yeah, I
way.
probably need to upload that at some point. I feel like that would be
Yeah,
probably
I would
relevant.
like to see that.
I need to go find it again. Fuck. Anyway, my point is, it's like there are different types of VTubing for all different types of budgets and
Yes.
needs, and they all
And
have
they're
their
all
pros and cons,
accepted.
and they're all accepted. Yes, and I find that the people trying to gatekeep certain things are normally not the best representatives of said fandom or thing in the
Yeah.
first place. So
Like
yeah.
when people gatekeep the programs they're using, it's like, come on, don't
It's
do
a waste
that.
of time. It's a waste of time.
Especially if it's a free program, it's like don't gatekeep a free program. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the program or the presentation. What matters is the content, what you produce.
Exactly.
You could be a PNG tuber, and your personality shines so bright that you eclipse every fucking other VTuber on the planet. So, you know, at the end of the day, as I like to say, content is king. That's
Yes.
what we're all judged on at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how we get there. We all find our own way to do it. And that's
And
what I
that's
love
really-
about this.
Yes, my favorite thing about streaming, it's making people laugh. It's giving people a place to listen, watch however they enjoy streams, and have a safe space, you know?
Yeah.
Safe
And-
spaces are so important.
That's what my community is. It's what I've labored for so long to try to keep, so that people can feel like they can come into my streams or my Discord community and just be themselves and relax,
Yeah.
and they will not be judged on these things.
I've
like-
I've had viewers message me and tell me like, Benny, you make me feel seen. You don't make me feel like a weirdo, and that's why I like being in your streams. And it's like, if I can make more people feel like that, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Same. It never stops making my days when I get these messages myself. And there are days when you feel a little bit less hopeful about your prospects. And
Yeah.
you read one of these things and it brings you right back. I love these messages.
Those
That's so
messages
nice.
mean everything to me.
Yeah,
It pumps
so,
me up, you know, gets my adrenaline going. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make more content.
yeah, they make it all worth it in a way. Because
I
it
will
means,
say I am slacking on making YouTube content. That's my fault.
well, it's not easy to make.
No, it's not.
It's
It's a lot of learning.
You have to record it, you have to edit it, which takes minimum
Yes.
double the time it took to
Thumbnail.
record it. then thumbnails, and then
Gotta make sure
scheduling,
the audio sounds good.
keywords.
Yes.
Oh god, so
Keywords.
it's a lot of work. It's like, no matter what, VTuber or not, streaming remains more work than people assume it is. It's nuts. Because,
Yes.
yeah, you used to be able to stream in like 2013 or 2012, and you would get an instant audience, and if you did it often enough, you would build a big audience. But nowadays, there's so many other people streaming, with so many less people watching, that it's tough. It's real tough. You can't just stream and have an audience anymore.
You have to have multiple platforms, and
Yep.
you've got to be active on the platform. Like
All of them.
Twitter. Twitter is very kind to VTubers as well.
Yeah, TikTok and Twitter were probably
Yes.
great places for it. And also, surprisingly, Instagram Reels.
Really? I haven't used Instagram, if I'm being
So
honest.
there's normal Instagram for pictures. So that I like to do those because I like to make little renders of my model
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Instagram. And they recently integrated something of a competitor to TikTok called Instagram Reels. So basically, if you upload things to TikTok, you can literally take that and upload it to Reel, and it won't take you longer than 13 seconds.
Oh,
It's that
really?
easy because it's the same format. Same thing with YouTube Shorts. Same format.
Yes, that's what I'm using. I'm using YouTube Shorts, but I haven't made an actual video.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, okay. So there's two schools of thought on this, and I would really be excited to talk with you about this. But before we do, are you still okay on time?
Yeah, I think the only thing is I might need to let my cat out of the room. I think he
Well,
wants out.
funny you should say that because I've been drinking water like an insane person all day, and it's coming up to me now. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
bathroom
go.
break?
I'm
Bathroom
gonna
break?
take a short bathroom break. I'm gonna run some ads while we're gone, so people don't have
Okay.
to watch them, and then we don't get bothered with them later, which is a great strategy, by the way.
I'll be
And
right back then.
we'll all be right back after a word from our sponsors, not sponsored. All right, BRB. we're back. Alright. I'm back.
I'm here too.
Alright, perfect. So everything went according to plan.
Yes.
Although I got scared for a bit. I went to my bedroom and there was a light coming from my kitchen. And I was like, yeah, I forgot to turn off my oven light. So part of me got scared that I forgot to turn off the oven. But no, it was just the oven light. Yeah, I don't want to burn down.
Yeah, don't set your house on fire, Jeffy.
That would be unfortunate.
Your alien spaceship.
But yeah, so the thing, okay, so we were talking about the VTubing stuff earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, and Super brings a point here that I'm interested in commenting on. Don't feel bad about rejection. It's not because some people don't want to work with you. That means that you have to stop trying. I've seen your concept. I feel like it would be a very cool one. You just have to keep trying until you find someone willing to work with you. You got this, dude. I believe in you.
You just find the right person. And there's so many artists out there.
There are.
So many. You could definitely find one. You just have to look. And it takes time, you know? It takes me a long... It took me, I would say, probably 6 months till I found the exact artist that I wanted to work with for my 2D model that is currently going to be in the works.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
it
really
takes time.
long time. Yeah. Because you need to find somebody who's in your budget. You need to read their roles and see if they're willing to work with you. Because sometimes they don't want to draw demons. They don't want to draw like certain things. And you got to respect that no matter how much you like their artwork. So
Yeah,
it took
you have to be
time.
okay with it. And
Yeah.
yeah, also a lot of these people, the artists, the riggers, they all have these days they'll work on not first come first serve. They all operate on if they like your concept enough, they'll take your
Yes.
commission.
Yes.
You gotta always keep trying. And it's a numbers
Because there
game.
is a high demand for VTubers right now.
Yep.
So
It's
people are
all
gonna
the
work
rage.
with who they want to work with, you know, and rightfully so. They took the time to learn how to make art, you know. If you
Yeah.
want art, learn how to make it, you know.
Well, at the end
That's
of
what
the
I'm trying
day,
to do too.
they provide a service and they have the
Yes.
right to choose who they work or not work with. It's as
Yes.
simple as that. But yeah, it's like a lot goes into VTubing, and a lot of people also hopped on the train, hoping for a quick and easy shortcut to streaming,
Ah,
and they found themselves surprised.
I don't know why people think it's easier to be a VTuber than it is to just, you know, quote unquote be a flesh tuber. That's what I heard the term
Well,
people use.
There's some art, yeah, VTubers and meat space
Yes.
tubers. But
Yes.
okay, so they have a few points that I think could be valid. Like, for example, the fact that you can be conventionally attractive no matter your personal appearance. Like,
Yes,
I will
that is a plus.
admit that
That is a plus.
VTubing allows us to express ourselves in ways that are not really possible otherwise. I
Yes.
mean, look at me, for example. I know you'll be surprised, but I don't look like that in real life. Shocking. I know.
Right?
I know.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you're telling me you don't have antennas on your head?
Yeah, but you know, it's like, all kidding aside, it's the same reason I enjoy virtual reality as much as I do. It's all the self-expression you can have on it that makes it really truly unique. And that's also what made me interested in VTubing in the first place.
Yes,
And-
yeah. I've heard the term on Twitter, Super and Delta.
Yeah, flesh tuber.
Yeah, it's a term on Twitter that they use sometimes. At least
Well,
from
yes,
what I've never used it in an actual post before, but yeah.
Understandable. It's a fucked up mental picture.
Yes.
Oh boy. But yeah, so long story short, VTubing is what you make of it, but you have to remember, it might not be a shortcut to success. It also implies a lot of work, not only in front of the scene, but also behind the scenes. And you might not have to worry about your physical appearance while you do it,
Yes.
but you still have to inhabit the character. You still have to be entertaining. And I feel like a lot of people forget that part. As in, they think they can just
You
turn
have to
on
have a
the game.
personality, you know? You can't
Yeah.
just hit the live button and sit there. The artwork can only do so much, you know?
There are limits to it. And it's like,
Yes.
people don't realize how much you have to always work towards being entertaining. Because it's like, no silences as much as possible. Always trying to figure out new subjects to talk about, even if the chat is less active. And this every
Yes.
single stream you make.
Yes.
So that shit adds up. And if you're able to be entertaining during these circumstances,
I always say you as a streamer, you have to be your own best chatter. know?
exactly.
Regardless
Exactly.
of anybody in chat's talking, the conversation has to keep going. And that's actually the reason why I love streaming, because I love talking. So
It's great,
it's,
isn't it?
it's a huge plus for me. I can talk, and I'm the only person who has to actually talk. Fuck yeah, I'm down for this job, you know? Like, I love streaming.
Yeah, it's good, and it's also a good way for you to learn how to be a better talker, which is
Yes.
what I've learned over these 4 years. Like, if you watch some of my older stuff, I talk way slower than I do now because English is not my first language, which makes the whole alien thing even more believable. But-
What is? Can I ask?
I'm French Canadian,
Oh.
so French is my primary language. English is the one I learned over time.
That's amazing. I wish I learned a second language, but well, you
It's
learned
neat.
English. English is your second language, right?
hmm
So it's like
Yes.
that's really cool. You taught yourself that.
Yeah, and it's not even, I did not even learn it at school. I taught myself by watching sitcoms with closed captioning.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I still use closed captioning to this
And
day
that was
whenever I watch stuff.
Seinfeld and Gilmore Girls, right?
Well, you know, Seinfeld, Gilmore Girls, that 70s show, among many. And I used to watch The Simpsons as well, Family Guy. So, you know, there was a big list of shows I watched, but always with closed captioning. And it's a habit I keep to this day.
Me too. But that's because I watch a lot of anime.
Hmm. Mm.
So I'm so used to reading captions while I watch something that I like to have it on. I prefer it, you know?
So you're
So
more a
sometimes I
fan
can't
of the
understand what
dubs.
they're saying in the show, so I need it.
So you're more a fan of the subs rather than the dubs.
Oh yes, yes. But I have watched dubbed anime.
Hmm.
Like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball I've watched dubbed. Dragon Ball Super. What else?
Yeah, people tell me that sometimes the dub is better than the actual original version. In certain cases.
Like Death Note. I would say Death Note, the dub was really good.
Yeah, it's one of the rare anime I actually watched.
His laugh, the voice actor for
Yeah.
was it for Light?
For Light,
It's
he really
really
fucking
good.
swings for the fences. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
His laugh is so iconic.
and also, I did not normally start out watching. When I started learning English, I used to watch The Simpsons, but not in English. I used to watch it in French. And I talked about this last week, but people don't know that. But there are actually two different French versions of The Simpsons. There's a French one from Europe, from France.
Why would they need two?
It's regional
Is it-
differences because
Okay.
the French we speak in Quebec is
Okay.
pretty different from the one they speak in France, and they use different turns of phrases that are alien to us, no pun intended, and it really sounds different. And I'll tell you, there are still to this day some skits in The Simpsons that I find way funnier in the original, in the Quebec French version rather than the English one.
Yeah.
Like, they made it their own in a way that the voice actors making the translation really went
That's
along with,
really
and it was
cool.
really, really great.
I've never heard Homer, speak French, so that would be interesting.
It's funny because in the French version, he has a similar voice to the English one. But in the Quebec one, his voice is much deeper. Like, he actually sounds like a normal person.
Oh,
Hold on,
not
let's-
like a cartoon
Yeah, hold
character
on. Let's
that's
see if I can.
exaggerated.
Let's see if I can find a copy.
Because he
of this
does
here.
have a very exaggerated voice, in my opinion.
Oh, he does. He does. And this is not the direction the Quebec voice actor took it. Let's see if I can find the video that compares them. Okay. Simpsons.
Jeffy will show it to. Yes. I want to see Jeffy. Show me. I actually am curious though.
Let's see. Is it this?
We can see you saw the third one.
Hmm?
You watched the third video right there.
Yeah, that's probably the original one I used to compare. But this one actually has all of the versions, so maybe
Yeah,
we'll watch
you
that
won't
next.
understand anything. Well, Jeffy will translate.
Yeah, Marriott comes from the same area I do, so he's also French Canadian. Alright, let's see.
Dad, maybe you should do this.
Don, it's no different than the time I let you vote for me. Remember that absentee ballot?
Oh, yeah.
Our $50,000 home video finalists are
It's a little quiet.
Man Breaking Hip,
I can hear it.
Dog on Fire, Ruff, anybody order a hot dog?
Look at him.
And finally, Baby with a Nail Gun.
Aww.
Okay, it's time to cast your votes now.
Dog on fire! Dog on fire!
Hey, Dad, do you hear voices?
Yes, I'm hearing one right now while I'm trying to
my
watch
God.
TV.
Yes. Are you quick to anger?
Bart, shut up or I'll shut you up.
Yes. Do you wet your pants?
Okay, let's see if I can skip to the other version.
Un homme qui se brise une hanche. Aïe, 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 aïe. Un chien qui brûle.
Let's see, this one is the French version.
Oh, regarde-le. Et
No, wait,
finalement,
that's the Quebec version.
un bébé
Oh,
et une
really?
fusillade.
Okay.
Oh. Et maintenant, à vous de voter.
Le chien qui brûle, le chien qui brûle.
Hey, Dad, entendez-vous dire ça?
Justement, j'en entends une qui me dérange pendant mon
wow.
émission.
Oui. Vous fâchez-vous facilement?
Bart, ferme ta boîte ou je vais te la fermer.
Oui. Faites-vous pipi au lit? Malgré
Wait,
les
so is
meilleurs,
it
un
the
accident
deeper one or
arrive si
is
vite.
it?
Yeah, the deeper voice is Homer's voice. Yeah, it's much deeper, isn't it?
Oui, oui,
Yeah,
oui, oui,
okay.
oui, oui.
That's what I was
Eh
thinking.
ben, c'est peut-être toi qui devrais le faire.
Pas différent de la fois où
And now that's the French version.
je t'ai laissé voter à ma
Okay.
place. Tu te souviens le vote par procuration?
Ah ouais.
Oh, it does sound
Alors,
similar
les trois
to
vidéos
the,
gag
the
maison arrivées
original.
en finale sont l'homme au rein cassé. Le chat sur le feu. Ah, miaou. Le chat alors, c'est un vrai chalumeau.
Le chalumeau.
Et pour finir, bébé avec marteau pneumatique.
Ah.
But yeah, I don't
Maintenant,
understand
allez-y, votez.
anything.
Yeah, but you can feel the intonation, so it's like they went two different ways with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's unfortunate that we will probably not get more of the Quebec version because the voice actor for Homer has unfortunately passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, he was much older than I thought he was. Yeah,
Oh.
very sad. But like,
I do like American Dad. I think that's my cup of tea. I
yeah, some funny
am a
moments.
huge fan of Roger.
Yeah, he has so many different costumes.
Roger's amazing. He's my spirit animal, honestly.
Yeah, I like all his outfits. But yeah, so yeah, exactly, Crusher. The European French is very close to the actual English version. Well, the French one literally went in another fucking time zone. And not only that, they also make very localized jokes about actual places in Quebec, and you're like, wait, what? Like, they've made a very similar thing, like, are you familiar with King of the Hill?
Yes. Oh, don't get me started on King of the Hill. I could talk about that all
Yeah,
day.
one of my favorite shows, and I'm so happy it's getting continued.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard? Oh, I get to give you that good news.
Say
Mike
it right
Judge.
now.
Mike Judge is working on a continuation of the story
You
with
know,
his new studio.
if I wasn't here right now and I got this news, I'd be jumping up and screaming because I love King of the Hill. I had no
It's so
idea.
great.
When did they announce that?
They announced it a few months ago, but we have not a lot of details about it. The only thing we know is that it's going to be a time skip that will bring the story to modern day. So Bobby's going to be near his 30s,
Oh my gosh.
and it's going to be about Hank navigating the new
Oh,
present and all it entails, considering he's a Republican. So, you know, some shit went down in that region that I'm sure he wouldn't probably vibe with. So, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so this is the best stream ever.
Yeah. I just hope they actually go through with it and don't have, like, problems negotiating with Fox and shit. Because that would break my fucking heart.
So then we're gonna see the baby grown up then, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're gonna have some problems with that, though. Well, I mean, that depends. Which baby are you talking about? Are you talking about Hank's
Is it
brother?
Hank Jr.?
Yeah, Hank Jr. Yeah, we're probably gonna see Hank Jr.
Jr.
I thought you were talking about Luann's baby.
No, Hank Jr.
Because unfortunately,
my
those two have passed away. Like the person playing
yeah.
Luann and her husband, both
Oh,
gone.
really?
So that's a big problem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
so
used to watch King of the Hill every morning because it would come on like 5 a.m. in the morning.
oh shit.
And that's when I would wake up for school because I had 0 period and school started at like 7 a.m. for me instead of 8 a.m. So I had to be there really early. And that's what I would watch while I would get ready for school. Is King of the
Awesome.
Hill.
It's like this was a show that was not scared of moving the story forward. Because in a time where a lot of animation on primetime was all about returning to the status quo every single episode.
Yes, like it was
They-
always something different. It never continued on.
Yeah, so King of the Hill actually had progression. Like,
And it was a good story.
when people grew up, there was even babies and death and tragedy.
Yeah.
And the story moved forward, which I found very endearing. And also, the fact that all the characters had flaws. Some of them very big ones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
Like, what
about
was
you,
his
but...
name? Buck? What was his name? Buck or?
Oh yeah,
Who was the one?
fucking Buck, yeah, the Hank's boss.
supermarket blew up, right?
Yeah, that also was a big story point. And Luann lost all her hair.
Yes. She went slightly crazy. She had like a mental breakdown.
Yeah. And it's like, as long as the show keeps progressing after the explosion, you see her hair start to grow back, you know, so like, progression.
Yes. And I thought that was really cool that they did that. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't like she had her hair again the next episode, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And also the fact that it's like some people were like, oh, I couldn't watch King of the Hill because Peggy was insufferable. And I'm like, that's the point. She was not
Peggy
supposed to be a
did
likable
annoy
character.
me. Especially when she would say that she knew Spanish.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was funny, but I would also be like, Peggy, I would sock you, you know?
Yeah, it's so relatable though, because we all know someone like that. Someone that tends to overcompensate and be a little bit too, you know, trying to gloat too much about things that she knows nothing about.
I did feel bad for her though, because she did have really big feet.
Yeah.
They would make fun of her. And
Well, you know.
I remember the really cute drag episode they had. That one was so wholesome.
Wait, what?
Do you remember the episode where she goes to a drag store, you know, where like drag queens go and get like
Oh
their
yeah,
performance
vaguely.
stuff?
Vaguely.
And she actually finds feminine shoes, like heels and stuff, in her shoe size. And that had always been like a huge insecurity for her because there were never really cute, pretty, feminine heel shoes in her size because she would have to get men's shoes. Otherwise, they wouldn't fit. And this store had her size, but it was because it was like a drag store, you know, for drag queens. And it was so cute. It was so wholesome. That was probably one of my favorite episodes.
I mean, all of the characters were endearing in their own ways, even the ones you couldn't stand, right? So they all had their, like, even the neighbor.
They had good episodes, you know?
So, like, a lot of people don't like the neighbor Khan, but I found him pretty cool. It's like, he hides
cracked me up every time.
He hides under a lot of, like, fancy schmancy clothing, but you can see his insecurity behind him, and he's a good person at the end of the day.
They're very relatable.
Yeah, and that's why I have very high hope for the revival.
Yes. I am so excited. This is the best news. I can't wait to tell my husband, because we were talking about this the other day. We had no idea. I would have... Oh gosh. You've changed my life.
Right, I'm gonna try to find some more modern information about this. Just in case some shit went down.
We gotta know.
Let's see what's happening.
Did you ever watch Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched it, yes. I don't have much memory about it, but I also remember how one of their neighbors was the proto Hank Hill. Same voice and everything.
Yes. It seemed like it was Hank Hill, but they said it supposedly wasn't. Like, it's a different character, but come on. How is that not Hank Hill?
Yeah. So, okay. I think I have the article here. That's from January. So, the two producers recently announced the creation of their new animation company, Bandera Entertainment.
Amazing.
So, Greg Daniels and Mike Judge are returning for the reboot. And this is one of their projects, including also, there's going to be a revival of Beavis and Butthead as well. So now the only thing that's left would be... The only thing that's left would be Daria. Then we have the fucking trilogy. It's all here.
I'm all for this. I'm all for it. And it's good that they're not like redoing King of the Hill. They're moving on to a different time period, you know, in their life.
That's the only thing that made sense.
Yes. Which I'm really excited for. Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
Hank is definitely my favorite. And Bobby. Bobby has some of the best quotes in King of the Hill.
Hold on. Let's see. So they still want to do it, but apparently they're having some problems with the...
Oh gosh, oh no.
Hold on.
Don't
They're
tell
having
me
problems with the
that. You broke my heart.
contracts.
Oh, yeah, that's always the hard part, is working out the contracts. I think it was the same thing with Futurama, because they're rebooting Futurama as well. And one of the voice actors, the one who plays Bender, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I don't know why. What is his name?
DiMaggio. Something DiMaggio.
Yes. And nobody knew if he was going to be the voice of Bender again because they couldn't figure out a contract with him. But they finally did, which...
Yeah, he said he was holding out for more money for the whole cast. That's what I heard.
But you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, bro. Like,
I mean,
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, if you're going to return for a show after like, what, 20 years?
Because
Okay,
you know
maybe
they're
not
going to
20 years.
want you. They need you. You're Bender.
Would be hard to watch if he wasn't there.
I wouldn't
I'll be
watch
honest.
it. If Bender wasn't... I told my husband, if Bender's not in it, I'm not watching Futurama. Like, I don't care. He's what makes Futurama, you know? He's a huge part of that.
Although, unlike all the other revivals, I'm a little bit less excited about it because didn't the story end in a way that makes it seem like it just keeps looping forever? How the hell are they gonna work that out?
That's what I was wondering too, because they are in that time loop.
Also,
and I was
spoilers
wondering
alert in case you never watched it before.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
I mean, it's been out for how long?
Yeah, I know.
And like, yeah, you probably should watch it if you're gonna watch the reboot. Cause yeah, how would they? They're gonna come up with something so ridiculous. They always do.
I mean, they have to. They have to.
the what is his name? The scientist? Oh my gosh, I can't remember
the guy
names
who
today.
plays Marcus Phoenix? Yes, it is Delta. It's the same voice actor. Yeah, did you know that?
the scientist's name again? I can't remember.
All I remember is the news, everyone.
Oh my god.
Farnsworth. Maybe? Dr. Farnsworth?
I think so.
I think so too, yeah.
He's probably gonna come up with something ridiculous, right?
I mean, yeah, I would hope so. But yeah, so I don't know. It's like it's all the rage these days to revive series that have expired over time. Like I watched I was talking about Gilmore Girl earlier. This one also got revived on Netflix.
Oh, did you really?
Like they did the time skip and everything, and then you get to see. And what's funny about this is I timed my rewatch of the originals to coincide with when the new one would come out. It's like I finished watching the series finale, and then the next day I start watching the revival, and it's like everybody fucking go from super young to super old in the click.
Yes.
I was like, I was scared, I was terrified.
I was
like,
terrified.
oh my god,
gosh.
they look so old. But then I remembered, I'm old. Oh no.
Yeah, watching Picard was kind of heartbreaking too, because I was watching Enterprise, and then you go straight to Picard, and you're just like, wow. And Data, oh gosh. Don't
Yeah,
get me
he
started
had
on
some
Data.
hardware upgrades that made him more chunky. More place for RAM, I would imagine.
I know his face filled out a little bit. It was so cute.
I mean, the ravages of age. And
I love Data though.
it's
He was
probably even
definitely
more
one of my
jarring.
favorites.
Yeah, I mean, he was a cool character. It's like, after having like Vulcans on the ship, and then you're like, oh look, it's another emotionless robot, and you're like, nope, not exactly. So,
Yeah.
you know, that was
And
really
I
cool.
loved his whole character plot being that he wanted to be human, you know? No matter
Yeah.
what it meant to be human, he wanted that. And I think he did really good throughout the entire show and the movie.
Yeah, so I wonder how much of a mindfuck it is if you start watching The Next Generation, and then you jump immediately afterwards into Picard.
Yes.
That must hurt. That must hurt a lot.
Yes. It's kind of like I posted a tweet earlier this week about when you own an all-black cat. I have an all-black cat. His name is Felix.
Oh, I've seen it. The
Over
gray stuff, right?
Yes. Over the years, their black fur starts to turn white. And it just reminds you of age. And you're like, no, please, stay all black. You're not, no, you're not getting old.
Yeah, that's the thing that that also puts me off from pet ownership, is the fact that you have to say goodbye eventually.
Yes, and I
And
have
I-
3 of them.
Yeah, and it never gets easier, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But luckily, they're all pretty healthy, which is nice now.
Yeah, that means you take good care of them.
Oh my gosh, yes. They're my babies. Have
Yeah,
you
it's
ever
like-
owned a pet?
Yeah, I had a dog when I was younger.
A doggy? What kind of dog?
How do you say that? A Shih Tzu.
Oh, that is adorable. I know which one those are.
Yeah, he was super cool, but had a bit of a temper problem. Like,
Oh no.
if you were eating food and you did not give him any, he would hop up on his hind legs and just sit, standing up in the air, looking at you with his little paws in front of him.
Oh my gosh.
And then he would give you the baby eyes. And if you didn't give him any food, he would then
That's adorable.
go back down, look at you, and take a shit on the floor.
Oh, no. Okay, that's not adorable.
No, it was not. And then after that, to gloat, he would run all around the apartment like a little
Oh,
victory
no.
zoomies.
Well, dogs need to go on walks, right?
Oh yeah,
Like, they gotta go on those walks.
we did bring him on walks, but I guess it was not enough.
He liked the zoomies. My cats get the zoomies. And we know they got the zoomies because we'll hear a stampede going up the stairs and slamming into the doors. They don't even stop running. They just slam into the door.
Well, maybe they do stop running and you have like hardwood floors or something and they just slide
No,
off.
it's carpet up here.
Oh, okay, then I don't know what they're doing. That seems
They
like-
literally slam themselves into the doors because they got the zoomies. They're going so fast
I'm guessing they're trying to make a statement of some kind.
because they won in the room.
Yeah. It's like that meme with Andre trying to get into the place. Let me in. Let me in. Oh my god.
I love that one. I love memes too.
Yeah. His two favorites is that one and the one where he shoots the guy on the couch and turns around and goes like, who would have done such a thing?
So, how did you feel about the last expansion of Final Fantasy XIV? Did you like the story?
I loved it. It was a great way to finish the whole saga.
I liked the previous expansion, Shadowbringers. But it was good. It was still good. But I think my favorite expansion out of all of them was Shadow.
I mean, yeah, it did do some great things. But Endwalker also brings a lot of closure and things. Like,
Yes.
it's
The
gonna be
music was
really,
nice too.
it's gonna be really hard to beat the last trial of that game. I can't
I-
spoil it, but it
And
was
this is-
epic.
This is like the first MMO game that I've really played too. Because before this game, I didn't really play any of the other Final Fantasy games. Just mainly
Interesting.
this one. Yeah. yeah.
It's a bit different than the others because it's an MMO, and also
Yes.
what I find really tragic about Final Fantasy XIV is that I unfortunately can't recommend it to anyone. You know why?
Why?
Because it takes 50 hours to start having fun.
Yeah, that was the one thing that did kind of turn me off in the beginning is because my husband was the one who got me into it. He's a huge fan of Final Fantasy. He's played like all of them. So he's the one who wanted me to join him because he wanted me to be in his dungeons and the trials and stuff and
Fair enough.
expand my games, you know? So that part of the game was kind of annoying and it did feel boring. But once you get past that part, it's really great. The story's phenomenal.
Yeah, once you get to Heaven's Word, the story gets really good. You start unlocking more abilities that you can actually use off global cooldown, and shit gets in dynamic. The boss encounters get actually difficult. Until then, it's like,
Yeah.
it makes me mad because the game is so cool. But whenever I try to, it's like, I've been trying to convince my brother to play this fucking game for years. And it's a combat with him because it's like, I know he'll enjoy it, but he needs to get out of Rem Reborn. And now, I convinced him to give it another shot, and he recently finished Rem Reborn, and now he's in the fucking wasteland. I like to call the post-patch content before Evansward. And I keep telling him, keep it up, dude. It gets really good, trust me.
It does.
That's the problem. It's a hard sell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because even I was like, it took me, like, I will say the only reason why I was able to beat Final Fantasy in this amount of time is because the hubby pushed me to play it every single day. But it took me about 3 months to complete up to the end of Shadowbringers.
That's fast as fuck. Holy shit.
Yeah, 3 months.
Oh, that's good. But it's like,
I played a lot.
I started playing Final Fantasy XIV in around 2014, right? And it's like, I quit this game before I got... It's like I stayed in Realm Reborn and quit like 5 fucking times, making a little bit of more progress each time. And once I got to Evansward, I more or less stopped playing every once and again, you know, like everybody else. But I always come back to it now. Like, as soon as I got to Evansward, and I got to that part before Heavensward begin, I can't say which one it is. But you know the part.
Yes.
You know the part where shit
I know
gets
exactly
real.
which part. Yeah.
Once I got there, I was like, oh, that's what they mean. That's what they meant.
Yes. You're
And
like,
I've
this
been in
is the
love.
part where it gets good.
I've been in love ever
It was
since.
a huge plot twist, you know. It was very unexpected. It's
Mhm.
very good.
And I feel like my brother's watching right now, so I'm not gonna say anything. Because he's gonna kick my ass if I spoil that part.
Oh, what class are you?
I'm a warrior, but I also have a red mage for DPS and a white mage for healing, so I have one of each.
I'm a summoner. So
Nice.
the funny thing is, I beat, you know, all the expansions within a 3-month period. I learned my entire class within 3 months, you know? And then they
They
say
fucked it
that
up.
with the new expansion, they completely changed Summoner. And I
Oh,
was,
yeah.
it hurt my heart. It felt like a stab, kind of. 'Cause I was like, no, I just learned it all. But it's kind of, I like it now. It's a lot more fun because the ones that I summon, you know, Ifrit and Garuda,
It makes
they're
you feel
actually
like
in
an
their
actual.
forms.
It
you
makes you
know?
feel like an actual summoner.
Yes, yes, I'm
That's
an
what was
actual
missing.
summoner.
Uh,
It feels nice. I feel powerful during the raids and the dungeons and stuff, and the
So yeah,
trials.
I'm a tank main, so I play warrior most of the time. It's just that whenever I play with friends, sometimes they play tanks too, so I want to have something else to help them with.
I respect it because I don't think I could be a tank. I don't
I
like
mean,
that kind of pressure.
It's more healing that gives me
You have
heart
to know
attacks.
stuff.
It's healers that need more respect. I just pull
My
mobs to
husband's a
me.
healer.
So I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how they do it. Oh my goodness.
I love that he's a healer.
Well,
Because
yeah,
I know
because
he'll
that
always
means
bring me
you
back.
and you get also instant queues.
Yep.
Because otherwise, 4 DPS are waiting 15 minutes.
Like at the beginning of my Final Fantasy career, when I would die a lot, he would come and like revive me. I didn't have to do all the extra stuff, and I was like, yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
you have
that."
your own little pocket healer. That's adorable.
Yes. I would just tell him, honey, can you log on real quick and come get me?
Aw,
And he would do it.
that's cool.
We're actually gonna have a wedding in Final Fantasy.
Alright, so now my next question is very, very important.
Yes.
Oh god, please let this be the right answer. What data center are you on?
Excalibur.
Fuck. I used to be on Excalibur when I started playing, but one of my friends dragged me over to Genova on the Aether data
No.
center.
The only reason I'm on Excalibur is because my best friend is on Excalibur. So I got on that server for her, but then she stopped playing. It was one of those situations, you know?
A classic. A classic.
Yes. They're like, get the game! You get the game, and then everybody stopped playing the game.
Oh my god, I hate when that happens. But, alright,
The
okay.
struggle is real.
So, we might not be able to play together. Yet. But, there will be a data center travel pack soon. It's
really?
6.18, I think. So, it's coming, but probably around the end of summer, from what I heard.
Oh.
So, you know what we have right now with server travel?
Yes.
It's gonna be like that, but for data centers now, too.
Do you still have to pay?
What do you mean?
Because when you switch servers, right, you have to pay.
No. I'm talking about the server visit feature. You know the one that allows you to go on other servers on your data center?
I didn't know that was an actual thing.
Wait. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind now.
Again? How many times
yeah.
can you do that today?
I'm so happy I get to do that tonight. Alright,
Oh my
so
gosh. We
if you
needed
click
a
on the...
counter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that in the overlay now. Thanks to you. Okay, so if you go to an Aetherite in any of the main cities, you can choose data, it's like server visit or something like that. Then you pick the server you want to go to.
Yes.
And then you go over there. And you cannot put things on sale. But you can interact with people there. You can even party up with them. You can play with them.
Wait,
It's only you
what?
cannot be in the same guild with them. That's the only downside.
That's a
So,
thing?
not only is it very useful to play with your friends on other servers, it's also incredibly great for the economy as well, because it's like, you know those crafting materials or that weapon you want to buy,
Yeah.
which is expensive as fuck on your server? Well, if you go on that other server with less people on it, it's dirt cheap. And you can buy them over there too. You can visit their servers and buy their stuff.
I'm learning so much.
So that's something you'll probably have a lot of fun with.
I feel
I'm
like
sure.
my brain is expanding with all this knowledge today.
Yeah, and it's fun to go to servers with cheap stuff and go to your server and resell it for profit.
So that means you're coming to my wedding?
Well, unfortunately, depending on when it will be, I might not be able to because we're not on the same data center. You're on Excalibur, which is on the Primal's data center. I'm on Genova, which is on the Aether data center. So that means we cannot visit each other for now. But I will get to do it in the future.
We're waiting until more people can join, because, like, I want to do it when people can join, because you get free stuff, I think. If you go to someone's wedding, your friends who participated can get stuff.
So if you wait until the fall, then I might be able to join you.
Alright, got it. Gotta wait till the fall. That way you could be there, we could take pictures.
Also, what race did you pick?
What?
Race.
Oh my gosh. I can never remember the name, but it's the dragon people.
Yeah, the Auras.
Yes!
Yeah, I used to be a Wargarden, you know, the tall ones.
It
Very
was the
buff
only
types.
one that had, like, horns that I liked.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice, but they're very small. So I used to have the tallest, buffest type, the Wargardens. Then I recently switched to the bunny girls. Because I like their cosmetics better.
The bunny girls are really pretty too. And the
They
bunny
are.
boy. They're
It's
so
unfortunate about the hats though.
My hubby is a bunny boy.
So he's probably sad about the hats too.
Yes. They can never wear hats.
Hopefully someday they fix it.
Why you gotta have such big ears, huh?
It's funny also, whenever they put their hands to their ear, whenever they get like link pearl communication in the cutscenes,
Yeah.
the bunny people put their hand all the way up to the top of their head to where the ears are.
Yes.
So it's a nice little touch, I feel. And the earrings also go up there.
But they do have nice cosmetics.
Yes, they do. It's the main reason why I switched because when I started leveling up my white mage, a lot of the more robe type of thing did not look as good on Wargardens rather than the bunny girls. So I paid for a change. And yes, Thrasher, I know. There's gonna be a lot to take in when I do stream the game again. Oh, thank you, Kendrick.
What is that casino place called? I know it's not like an actual
It's the gold saucer, the golden saucer, yeah.
I'm there all the time.
It's fun.
I love doing the little mini games you basically have there.
Yeah, they have those. They have that new near mount on sale now. I think for like 300.
I haven't logged in like a week or two, so I need to log back in.
Well, yeah. So, did you do the near alliance raids?
I think I'm. Oh, yes, I
No,
did.
the one with the cute heels and the cute outfits.
Yes.
Everybody
Yes.
and their mother wears.
Yeah. yes. I did do that one.
Man, those were difficult. Holy shit.
Those are really fun, and the story was really interesting.
Yeah, the music on those fights. It's like there's nothing MMO out there that makes more cinematic fights than Final Fantasy XIV. Honestly, some of those fights are like, mwah, that's this.
Except I didn't like that trial not a trial. What was it? The one where you couldn't skip the cutscenes. You don't have to do it anymore, I think.
I mean, they changed it. It's like, if you're talking about the main story roulette, they made it so that it's now a smaller dungeon. It's like 2 smaller dungeons and 1 trial, which is way
What was
better.
the one where you can't skip the cutscenes, but it took an hour to.
Yeah, that was it. That's the thing they fixed in 6.1.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
I think it's called Casper Meridium or something.
Oh yes. That's the one. Yes, that one.
But yeah, also while we're talking about that, did you guys get lucky with the housing stuff?
The which stuff?
The houses, because there was a big housing rush last month when they released the Ishgard housing.
No. I don't think I did that.
So your husband did not give it a shot either.
No, cause he travels a lot. He actually travels for work. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part. He works 12-hour days.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that's rough.
So it's not easy for him to play games like for long, like the luxury I kind of have. You know, he's the reason why I kind of have that luxury. So I appreciate him very much.
Yeah, that's very cool of him to do that too. Because it's like, I for myself, when I tried to go full time for content creation, I had to save up money for 5 years before I quit my job to try it.
Yes, I think I remember you telling me that once.
So yeah, we're getting near the end of that project, but I still don't regret doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But-
and I'm freaking proud of you. You've come so far.
Yeah, I'm happy with how much I've done, but you know, it's like, it's funny in a way because I did a lot of progress in certain things, but also by doing more, it also pushed me back in other ways that I was not expecting. I was not expecting that. It's like my average viewership when I was streaming, not full time, was much higher than it is now when I was doing more. You know, it's like sometimes doing more is not good. It's like it's like they go like, oh, I can tune in whenever, they're always online, and then they just forget. Well, if you only stream like 3 or 4 times a week, because I used to stream
Then they're
6
gonna
times
make
a week.
sure they're gonna tune in. You know?
They make the time for it, so you know it's kind of funny how it works. But you know, all things considering, just to go back to the topic really quick,
Yes.
people have been asking for more houses in Final Fantasy XIV for a long time, and they got them. But there was a really nasty bug that came, because now when you apply for houses, it's like a lottery system now. And it's like you put the money down, they draw a ticket, and when the period ends, you get the lottery results.
Oh,
And if you win, you can claim the house. So everybody was waiting. They left like 2 weeks after the housing appeared, for people to put their bids down. And then the day came, and the results came, and it's like a lot of people were the only person on the house they bid on. Like there was no one else. So they had ticket number 1, and when the results came in, the ticket number 0 won.
So, oh wow.
So they
That
lost
was
to no
good.
one.
Yeah.
So there was a big kerfuffle. People were angry.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that.
I mean, I got lucky because it was a roll or something. And when me and my other guildmates tried to put our bid down for a medium house, we got it. So
Oh, that's
I was
amazing.
so fucking happy. And we just recently finished decorating it. So when server travel comes to data centers, I'll be happy to show you around.
Yes, because that would be fun. That's the only problem is me and my honey, we only really just play, you know, Final Fantasy with just me and him, and then we just go into like with randoms. But it would be nice if we actually had others to play with. That would be
I mean, it would be
great.
fun. And also, if you do want to get a house eventually, the good news for you is that they'll be reactivating the houses
Why would
on
you
the
want
18th.
one? Because
Well,
I don't think he's told me about those.
I mean, it's fun to decorate. This game has a surprising amount of furniture that a
Because
lot
like
of
mine
people
do, I
don't
beat
use.
this game in like within 3 months. So there's probably a lot that I skipped and don't know.
Yeah. So it's like, what I like to do with my house, I like to decorate it. Well, my house, my free company's house, because it's not exactly mine, it's also my friend's house too. Because we both put half of it. We put our money together to buy it. And it's like, you can do a lot of fun stuff. Like, you can do gardening, which is actually very lucrative. Because you have a whole system of like cross-pollination, and you can mix things to make new things, and it goes way more in depth than people assume. And it's fun. And yeah, I had a lot of fun decorating it.
Okay, so I see what Crash is saying. They're mostly for the free company. Okay. Okay, I think I am in a guild, but I don't interact with them as much as I probably should. Because I'm still so new to MMOs and stuff.
I mean, that's fair. The thing is there for people that want to interact with it. That's what I like about Final Fantasy XIV. Is like it has so many things. You can craft, you can fish, you can go treasure map hunting, you can do a lot of things. But everything is separated in little things that has to be unlocked. So it's like you unlock what you want to do, and everything else is optional. You know, except the main story stuff.
Because I started playing Final Fantasy in August of last year. So it's
So
still
2021.
yes. So it's still fairly recent for me to, you know. But
I mean,
I
that's fine.
enjoyed it very much. For my first MMO, it's phenomenal. The story was great. The characters, you just fall in love with them. Alpha Note, though, I will admit, kind of annoys me sometimes.
Yeah,
but
he's much better now. He's much better now.
He's
He
much
used to be
better now.
fucking insufferable, but anyway, it's. I feel like if you pick this game as your first MMO, it's a good choice because it slowly eases you into every mechanic, and then at the end you're doing like advanced stuff and you've learned all of it over time. They don't like smash you over the head with shit out of nowhere.
Yes, and
That's
before
cool.
they changed Summoner, it used to be a little bit more difficult. I think they made it easier to be a Summoner now, but I liked the challenge of when I was learning Summoner. It was really fun having to learn my spell rotations, and when I would have, or my hubby would have I think it's an extension or something that you have to add yourself, but
Yeah,
he
we
would
don't
be
talk
able
about
to
those.
the scores. Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm mostly kidding because technically you're not supposed to have them, but it's a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. Like, don't show it. Just
Yeah.
we won't do anything. But right now there's a big hubbub about this very thing right now because of the world first race for the Ultimates. Have you heard about this one?
No.
Like, the new patch recently released a new Ultimate Trial. Ultimate Trials, or basically the hardest thing in the game. It's incredibly difficult. One mistake fucks you up, and it's a collection of multiple bosses, one after the other, that if you wipe, it sends you back to the first one. It's like you have to be perfect on all of the fucking things, right? And there's like, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them in the whole game. And this one that came out with 6.1 was based off the Dragon Sun War. And it's kind of a compressed version of it, a what-if scenario, right? And
Really?
there was a world first race to be the first group to defeat it. And it took them like 8 days of 16-hour game session to finish it. And for the first time ever, Square Enix did not acknowledge the winner. And people were wondering, wait, why? What? That's weird.
Yeah.
And then they've made an announcement about third-party tools. Turns out, the footage that was sent to Square Enix for verification had someone blatantly using third-party tools to show where the effects would appear on the ground, which is
Oh, no,
not
that's
supposed
not.
to happen.
No, that's
because
not what I was talking
they're
about.
not telegraphed. That's what makes Ultimate hard.
Oh my
You have to
God.
use the name of the ability
Yeah.
and guess where it will go. But
No.
yeah, so
Yeah.
now the
Okay.
problem
That's
we
crazy.
have.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so the problem we have now is that
Oh, wow.
we've been over years. The devs were always on the don't ask, don't tell policy, where you could use third-party tools as long as it didn't impact gameplay or gave you an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
the one he uses doesn't.
So it's like, if it's what I think it is it the one that shows you how much damage you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's
the
one.
devs of that game have a problem with it, but a very specific use case. Like, they don't mind if you use it. It's
That's
part of the don't ask, don't tell. But if you use that tool
Crazy.
to shit on someone else that has lower damage than
God.
you,
No.
they're gonna ban your ass.
That is, yeah, because I've seen it in their rules. They're very pro, like, be nice.
They
Like,
are.
say don't be mean to anybody. If someone's, you know, messing up the raid and dies, like, don't be mean to them. Don't say anything. You have to be encouraging, say motivating words, stuff like that, right?
I mean, we have the reputation of being one of the kindest MMO communities,
Yes.
even though sometimes it's not always the case. But you know,
I know with WoW it wasn't like that. Like they'll say get good.
I remember tanking on some World of Warcraft dungeons back when I used to play back in the Wrath of the Lich King days, and oh my god, some people would get extremely upset if you wiped, and it's like, it's a game, please. But we have fun. It's part of the experience. Sometimes you fail.
Yes.
That's one with that.
But the way we would use it is I would use that as a form of telling me that I'm using my spells correctly. Because I'm getting the most damage out of my spells.
Yeah, so it's a tool for yourself.
I never used it as a tool to be like, oh, this person's getting like, you know, I use it like, okay, I'm 3rd place right now. What am I doing wrong? Is kind of like how I used it in my
That's fine. That's fine. As they said, it was like, don't ask, don't tell, don't gloat about using it, don't shit on other people for not doing enough damage, and then you're fine. But the problem is,
why do people do stuff like that? I like encouraging
humans sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the thing is, it's like now Square Enix has been put in a bit of an awkward position. Because a lot of really big streamers are starting showing themselves using those third-party tools, right?
Oh, wow. I see. I don't have those tools on my computer. He uses it on his computer, and he just tells me like, "Oh yeah, you're doing the most damage," and I'll be like, "Cool."
I use a few. I use a few. Mainly the chat bubble one, because I don't like having to look at the chat at the bottom left. I like having like.
Makes sense, you know.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised it's not a thing in the official game yet. That would be such a great thing to add. Freaking speech bubbles. Yeah. But yeah, so they had to put a comment down about the use of third-party tools. So it's like, it's a classic case of this is why we can't have nice things. They are forced to start acting on it. Because
other people are using it in ways that's not okay.
Exactly. And it sucks because it was going so well beforehand. Nobody was making a fuss about it, but people got cocky. And not only that, now there are some people like on 4chans and shit looking for streamers in Final Fantasy XIV directory on Twitch for people using third-party tools and mass reporting their accounts.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
It's like, it's just getting from worse to worse because of that thing, and it's like, why couldn't we behave?
Yes, like we're all adults. We know how to use this stuff, you know?
Oh my god.
We
And
can use it properly.
it's everything. It always happens. It's like in VR chat, we get the ability to make wonderful worlds, wonderful avatars. Everything's possible. Your imagination is the limit. And then people turn around and use them to post horrifying shit.
Yes.
So it's like, we cannot
It's
be
like,
trusted,
why?
it seems.
But we can't
Oh my
have nice things.
Exactly. It breaks my heart because we could do so much great things. And we always have to be leashed in and restricted. There's always that 3% of people with that little smile on their shit-eating face, going like, I'm going to do some awful things with this.
It just takes one person.
Yeah, only one. The spoiled apple rots the whole basket.
It's like the same thing as a streamer too. Like there was certain channel rewards I had to put a limit on because they would be redeemed like too much, or like people were being obnoxious about certain things, and then you have to put a minimum because somebody just ruins it, you know?
Yep, everything was going well until someone just fucked it up for everybody else.
Yeah, and I feel bad when I have to start putting like limits on stuff or restrictions, or like we can only do it on certain days kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody has a limit. They have to be understanding of their limits. And if they don't want to be, well, they're gonna lose their privilege.
But I love channel points. I love the
they're
fact
great.
that it has that.
They're great. They allow for more interaction.
Yes, or something that the viewer can use where they don't have to spend money to use something, you know?
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. I love having those options. And I even give out commissions for people who spend a lot of points. So, you know, there's something for
really?
everyone. Yeah, I do some art from time to time. And if someone wants a piece, they can redeem it.
What kind of artwork do you do?
Well, you know, it's like, it's more of a cartoonish style, but I offer OC bust commission. So from the bust up. I've done a few. And some people have saved their money for it. What?
I used to do emote commissions.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Not no more though, because instead of just doing commissions, like people commissioning me for specific emotes, I'm just gonna start making like emotes of a variety and posting them on Etsy to generate like a different form of income, you know?
I see. So it's like, oh god. God damn it. Stone, why would you do this? Oh god. Ugh. I also draw Pickle Ricks and Shreks with higher channel points.
Pickle Rick? That's amazing, Stone.
Oh my god. Some streamers weaponize their channel points. Yeah, 60k to
Yeah,
time out someone for 10 minutes.
Don't like timing people out. Like
Yeah, me neither.
I don't like my mods joking about abusing their powers or abusing their powers. They're only allowed to do something to the viewer, the chowder, if they actually broke a rule.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, that's
I
important.
don't tolerate that.
Yeah, because sometimes it doesn't take much for someone to get disgruntled. And a joke taken the wrong way can
Someone's
spin out
having
of
a bad
control.
day, you know?
Yeah.
That could have been their tipping point of like they wanted to come into a stream to relax and have a good time, and then they get timed out for a stupid reason, like for something they didn't even do. Like, come on, you know, you never know what someone's going through. So I don't like stuff like that. I don't let my mods do that.
Yeah, exactly. Dud, you have a point. So yeah, Dud's my brother, just so you know.
Like, you could bully me as a streamer, but don't bully my chat, you know?
Yeah, and they can cause bullying cascades, you're right, because one person times out someone else, and then that person gets a grudge, and then they save up their points and time out the other person, and then it's war.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if one mod times out one person, and then another, and then it's just, I don't know. It's not a good environment. It's not the kind of environment that I want, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally understandable, because it's so hard to curate an atmosphere, a vibe, in a community, and it doesn't take much to fuck with it. So you always have to be mindful of that.
Yes, like if you're a really small streamer and you have like an average of 3-5 viewers, then maybe joking about your mod powers is okay, because you're probably all like really close to each other and friends. But you know, when you're, but when you're averaging a higher count, like 10, 15, stuff like that, you never know who it could affect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like people forget that sometimes, because if they can take that kind of joke, some people, not everyone will. Like, oh, I'm just joking. Well, sometimes that joke can be taken the wrong way by someone. Not everybody's have the same level of comfort that you have. So you always have to be careful about that.
I always try to be like mindful of the jokes that I make, because I never, you know, want to offend anybody. I always want my environment to be a safe space.
Same. Oh,
like, I'll make jokes about myself, you know?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with self-deprecating humor. Alright, hold on. There was this one streamer I watched who would let you donate money to time out people. One day, oh my god, one day this guy decided to drop like $1,000 to ban the whole chat for 1 hour.
What?
Wow!
The entire chat for 1 hour? I don't know. That just feels like, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Even if everybody was in on it, I can guarantee you, Trasher, there was probably someone in that group that got banned that did not like that.
Yeah, you know, that's a lot of money, and respect to the person who would drop that kind of money, but also that's kind of mean.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Some
if
people
there's
would call me a
exactly-
bit of a spoiled sport, but
if
sometimes
you
I don't
people
like to
show
do these
up,
things.
They're not gonna know.
Yeah.
They're not gonna show up again. That's the only thing that it causes is some people are like, well, if I'm gonna get timed out and banned here, like I don't want to be here. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Alright,
At least
also
that's how I
question.
would feel.
Alright, how would you feel?
I don't want to
if
get
you
timed out
found
and banned.
points to do questing things like spending points on leaderboard? I mean, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, Stone. And yeah, Doug, you're right. Having an adversarial position towards the community is not healthy long term. You are entirely right.
Yeah.
Because there are some streamers that make it the whole thing about the chat bullying them all the time. Like, do you know Forsen?
I've probably heard of him, but I
He's
don't
a
remember
pretty
what
big streamer. He used to be bigger, but his whole thing is his chat constantly bullies him. It's like he receives donation and with people insulting him in it, and he just takes it because it's very lucrative for himself. And I find that kind of sad.
That's intense. I don't know if I can. I can handle when chat jokes a bit, but also I like them to be nice. I like kind words. I like
Same.
positive reinforcement. You know, words of affirmation.
It's gonna sound a bit corny, but I don't like when people say mean things. Makes me wanna
Yes.
cry.
Like I don't mind joking, like little jokes.
Yeah,
But when
yeah,
it
there's
gets
nothing
too
wrong with that.
intense, like when people start crossing the line, it's like, okay, we need to probably stop joking now because now we're
Yeah.
getting into the weird zone.
Some people don't know when to stop. That's the problem.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's impressive to see how much different types of communities that can find themselves on Twitch. You have some very wholesome communities, you have some very lewd communities, you have some very
There's a lot.
adversarial communities. Benny is a very kind, and I imagine this is one of your mods.
Yes, that is my mod. Hi, Joey. How are you?
Hi, Joey. Welcome.
Welcome in, Joey. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, I make jokes about that sometimes, where sometimes I say, alright, I think I had enough of that particular thing. Then I remind people that this is not democracy. This is what I like to call a gentle dictatorship.
Yes.
So if something's not making me comfortable, I can tell you to stop it. And I can, because it's my channel.
Right, that's the good thing. My rules, my page, my channel.
Yeah, because the thing is, a lot about the community and the vibe of a community is very mutable in that if you're not careful, the whole vibe of your stream can shift if you let certain people do whatever the fuck they want, right? And then next thing you know, your whole community is totally different than from you remember.
Yeah.
And it's not what you want. And you are powerless to stop it once it reaches a certain critical point. So always gotta be careful about that.
Yes, yes. There's only one streamer I will say that uses the ban in a funny way and that I do not see a problem with. So at the beginning of his streams, he'll watch videos with his community, right? Usually short horror films. And he'll
Oh, cool.
ask anybody, is there any recommendations? Now, if you recommend one and it's really bad, we're gonna ban you for an hour. But here's the joke. He usually has chat vote on it, and they usually all vote don't ban. So it's really cute and it's really funny. That's
Yeah,
the
it's-
only one that I'm like okay with.
It's cute and wholesome until something happens and they start actually banning people when the vote fails.
No,
'Cause-
but as long as the video's good, you know, because you at that point you're the one who takes the risk as the viewer yourself, because you're saying like, oh yeah, I'm vouching for this video.
Okay, so they know what they're getting into, so it also helps.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because I do
Because they're
community-
choosing to recommend something.
Yeah,
For
I do
everybody.
community nights myself on Fridays where I watch videos with my community and they submit it for us during the week, right? And the worst that will happen is that if I don't enjoy the video, I'll just skip it. And yet, some people still found a way to be offended by that. So I always have to remind people not to get upset if I skip your video.
No,
because
we watched the
sometimes-
whole video in that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, at the end of the day, if the video is not interesting to me, I will not have much to say about it, and it will just be not entertaining.
So which videos do you not like?
Well, I mean,
You,
it
you like
depends.
fail videos, right?
I enjoy fail videos. I enjoy watching paranormal videos because I'm a skeptic and I always I would like to be convinced otherwise.
Yes.
So it's
I
enjoyable to
love
watch.
cat videos.
I mean, that's always funny. Animal videos are wholesome.
Yeah.
And so there are some videos I don't enjoy, like, yeah, as I said, Dud's my brother in real life, so he knows me too well. I'm allergic to cringe and prank videos. I can't
agree on
stand
the
these.
prank. I can agree on the prank videos because a lot of prank videos aren't funny.
Yeah, they're either fake, which defeats the whole purpose, or they're
Or
real,
harmful.
and they're really harmful or make me
Yes.
feel bad.
I know. Sometimes I feel bad.
Oh God, Crasher, don't call me out like that. Jeffy likes watching people get hurt. When you put it like that, it sounds bad.
Do you mean people when they fall down? Or
Yeah.
like when they
Yeah, it's
injure
like
themselves doing something
Someone
ridiculous?
slipping on ice,
and
someone trying to fix something they shouldn't be trying to fix themselves and falling down.
And they take
Yeah.
the shortcuts and climb the wall instead of using a ladder or tools that would help them.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, Dad. I'm a fan of Schadenfreude.
I like falling videos when people fall. It's kind of funny.
Alright, so on that note, are you in the mood for some of those?
Yes.
Good. Because I was looking at the time and realizing we haven't watched any videos yet, and it's almost been 4 hours.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, where did the time go?
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's true.
That's for sure.
And this has been a joy.
I'm glad. Like I said, I love talking. So anytime someone's like, "You want to talk?" I'm fucking down.
Wow, that's
Let's do
amazing
this.
then. Alright, so one of my favorite channels is Spell Army because they get to the point. And it
TikTok
said,
alert. Hi, Shadow.
oh, hi Shadow. We're about to watch some funny fail videos. Yeah, I like TikTok. It's fun to try to make, there's something to be said about trying to be funny in a really
Yes.
short amount of time. So, alright, let's see. Anything speaking to you on this little page right now? What do you think?
You know, that girl with the screaming, terrified face on the roller coaster seems really interesting. I think it's
Yeah, it
the
does.
top. Yes.
I mean, it's either this one or the girl with the blood on her face.
Oh, goodness.
Seems like clickbait.
Yes. Let's
I
try
would
the
imagine.
roller coaster one.
Alright,
That one looks promising.
let's go see this one. Alright, tell me if the sound is too high or too low. I will adjust it accordingly.
Okay. I think it sounds good. Oh, did he land on his back?
Yep, that was a classical flat
Oh.
situation.
Oh, he
Or
is
flop.
not sleeping on his back.
Yep. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Let's go back
falling
real quick.
videos. They always get me.
Look at his reaction here. That's the face of someone who goes, "Why was I filming this?"
I know, right? And he was carrying something. He had something in his hand, didn't he? Like a little coffee.
Yeah, possible. Let's
That's
check it
depressing.
again. Yeah, Dad, they're on vacation from being able-bodied. God damn it, that's really savage. Oh, it's a camera.
No, that was the camera.
Oh no, it hit the ground.
Oh no. Ow, that hurt more.
Yeah,
we
I
talked
don't like.
about this technology.
Yeah, I don't like seeing technology get hurt. Which is kind
Oh,
of funny, because I'm like, oh, the dude fell down. Ha ha ha. Oh no, the camera's damaged.
We thought it was
God.
coffee.
I'm a psychopath.
Wow. F in the chat for the camera.
Yeah. Oh, those things scare me.
Whoa.
You
He
fucking-
flipped. I would never. She's crazy. Her chancla went off the cliff.
Yeah, it's like she flipped and that flip-flop flipped. Oh god, that's a mouthful. Oh my goodness. Airhead. Does that apply to the person on the thing as well? Let's find out.
Oh no. You're supposed to hold on to that.
Yes. You got it.
Oh, that was almost badass.
He almost had it.
Ooh.
That feels kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
feels
that.
like a concussion waiting to happen.
Yeah, if you slide wrong and you bang your head on that thing, it's like, hello,
Hit your
concussion.
neck wrong too.
Oh, yeah.
It only takes one wrong hit, you know?
Yeah, and people are underestimating concussions. If you get concussed pretty bad, it can cause personality changes, even on the first thing. Holy
Yes.
shit.
Terrifying.
And if you get one, and you don't recover enough and get a second one, that's when it gets really fucking deadly.
You
It's
would
bad.
think parents would be smarter, you know?
They're not, unfortunately, they're not. And sometimes it's not even because of parents. Sometimes it's grown-ass people doing ridiculous
Yes.
stuff. Oh
Like
my
that
God.
challenge when people were walking on crates.
Oh, the milk crate challenge. I spent a whole
Yeah.
stream watching those videos a few...
I was
year
in
ago.
that stream. I remember.
good times. Yeah, that shit was deadly. Oh my God.
Are those bricks?
Yeah, it's
Or
jumbo
is that
Jenga.
actual? Okay, it's jumbo Jenga.
Yeah.
Why do people? Why?
Yeah, why do people? I agree. Why do people? Although I'm glad this human was wearing your helmet.
She's smart there.
Hold on to the rope.
Don't let go.
Oh, this is her. Beautiful. I love
This
it.
one hurts to watch.
Serotonin.
I told that story on the last episode, but some of you might not have been there, so I'll tell it again. I hate roller coasters. I can't stand them.
Really?
Yes, I have been
No way.
traumatized. Because, okay. Story
I'm
time
scared of
again.
heights, but I'll still get on them.
I'll give a short version this time.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I was young. I went on a roller coaster. One of those wooden roller coasters.
Uh-huh.
And they sat me next to a very large man who had a big weight. So when
Yeah.
the little bar came down, it rested on his gigantic thighs. And my bony ass had
Oh.
like almost a feet of clearance.
Oh shit.
So I had to hold on to dear life because nobody on the staff saw me in time. So the thing just went along. And I was like,
Oh.
oh my God, I'm flying away. And I was traumatized ever since. I can't get on to this
I
day.
would be
I can't.
terrified too.
I fucking can't. It
I
traumatized
would
me for life.
be. Like, I'll go on roller coasters at actual theme parks. I'll never get on one that's at a fair. If it's one of those ones where they could pick it up and
Yeah, no.
move it,
Fuck no.
mm-mm. I think I'm good. I choose life, you know?
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna go to the churro stand, maybe get a funnel cake.
Yeah,
I'll go on the bumper cars. I'll do that one.
yeah, or go grab some of those nice beaver tails.
Yes, yes.
Those are
And
so
speaking
good.
of the fair, I'm actually going to the fair this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I hope you have fun.
I've been
man.
exercising a lot so I can, you know, indulge.
Nice. I mean, you have to because those fair food are like the antithesis to a healthy
Oh.
diet.
It's gonna be so good.
It's
I'm
almost
excited.
sentient fat,
It's gonna be
just oozing out of everything. All right, we now return to our regularly scheduled streaming person. Yes, Queen. Oops.
No, that
That was
I would have deleted myself.
That was explosive. Oh my
How did
God.
she like fall in slow motion?
Well, I mean, when you are very theatrical about everything in your life, you also make
Yes.
your fails in the same vein, right? You can't just fail normally. You have to fail in grandiose fashion.
It makes sense.
The
Oh
thing broke.
no. A monkey. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, people don't realize how scary monkeys
Those are dangerous.
They're
Oh, monkeys are dangerous.
deceptively strong too. It's like it could grab your arm and pull it out of the socket
They
without even
can
breaking
bite your
sweat.
nose off. They
Yeah, or even worse, grab at your naughty bits and just run away with them.
oh Oh yeah.
I read a few stories
I
about
didn't
that,
even think
and I was
about.
like,
You read a few stories. A few stories.
unfortunately, yes. Reddit is a scary place to
Wow.
be.
Interesting.
Where it's like people try to treat them like pets.
He just wanted the fruit.
But they just paid the monkey tax.
The monkey tag.
Oh,
Hurry up, I
dear
got 10 seconds.
Why
fucking
would
Lord.
you? Why would you? You know,
The plague.
just certain things. This is what the Darwin's thing, like what is it?
The
Survival of the
Darwin
fittest.
Awards. The
Yeah,
Darwin Awards.
survival of the fittest. You know.
Yeah, I mean, she wanted to do that plank really badly, and she paid the price.
She committed, and I respect it.
Yeah, I guess sometimes you make choices. You gotta stick with them. Sometimes. I have a feeling that that alcohol would have been a little bit too much for her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think she's fine. She was fine. No need for more of the alcohol.
That is way too funny.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that was fine. That was just funny. Very wholesome. Whoop.
No, you're supposed to hold on.
Okay. Good news is he let go a little bit late. Because if he let go too early, his head would have bounced off the side of the mountain. So that's what I got to mind. Ooh. Doesn't take much sometimes. Humans are very fragile creatures.
Very.
Well, yes and no. Sometimes they fall off roofs and they're fine. Sometimes they fall off their chair while eating food and break their necks.
Oh yeah.
That's weird. Oh my god.
It
I
just
heard some-
depends on like the position, you know, and your body.
Yeah, that makes me think of that Hill episode where Peggy goes skydiving.
Yes.
That's based off a true story, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah, someone actually survived their parachute not opening.
That I don't even know what my thought process would be if my parachute did not open.
I know what mine would. Mine would be.
Honestly,
for
I feel like
infinite
I would
amount.
probably pass out. I think I would
Yeah.
pass out.
That would probably be the end goal for me once I ran out of oxygen while yelling. Dear God, that's horrifying. Oh my God. All right.
Oh my gosh, was that his necklace?
That's some Final Destination level bullshit right there. Did you see that?
Yes. It tried to kill him.
Yeah, it's probably one of the only horror movies that actually scare me. It's the Final Destination series of movies. Have you ever watched those?
All of them. Yes. Every
Yeah, it's
single
like
one.
it's like Murphy's Law, but it's trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that movie scared me so much.
It really makes you think, you know?
Yeah, you could go outside and just get a random brick falling
Like a
in your
little
head.
puddle of water could kill me because it made me slip and all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, that guy could have choked to death on his fucking necklace just because it fucking popped up in there. Oh my God, life is fucked. Is that the beer?
Not the
And I
beer.
got that on video.
No. Oh, that's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Alcohol's expensive when you go out.
Oh yeah, beer is so expensive nowadays. Holy shit.
Yes. At concerts, they charge like, I think $16 for a beer.
Oh my God, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like a normal size thing of like 1 cup, you know?
Yeah, and they dilute the shit out of it too.
Do they really?
Yeah, they put water in that shit. I can guarantee it from the taste alone.
Are you wait. That'd be crazy. I don't know if that's true, but that's crazy if it is.
Yeah, maybe not for everyone, but I know that some people do it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Why would you bring a tablet to an amusement park ride?
See what would happen.
Well, I guess they fucked around and found out, huh? Oh, God.
Oh, is that a giraffe?
Yeah.
I fed a giraffe once.
How did it go?
He took the food from my hand. And then we parted ways. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, it was probably a best case scenario. Did you see the
Yeah, it was at
little,
a zoo, I think.
the little comic about giraffes and evolution?
No.
It's a little 4-panel comic. It's really funny. It's like there's a giraffe that has a short neck eating from a tree. Then the next panel is the tree getting a bit bigger and the neck of the giraffe going a bit higher. And then it's like evolution. The tree gets taller, the neck gets longer. And then the next panel is you see the giraffe from space. And the tree is super tall and the tree is telling the giraffe to fuck off.
Oh my
But
god.
stop it.
That is too funny.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll have to send it to you.
Yes, send it to me.
All right, you have a good one, Stone. Thank you for hanging out. That laugh sounds problematic.
He's
That's some wheezing.
yeah. Oh no. Why did he think that was a good idea? Don't fall in the water. Oh,
Well,
it fell
they
in the
didn't fall in the water. It fell in the water.
Yeah. I would
Unless-
never do that near a body of water. I would never do that.
Yeah, I would be too paranoid. It's like, those things are expensive, and if it falls into a body of water, good luck finding it. Oh my god.
No.
They need to learn when to quit. One flip
I mean,
sometimes
it's
is
great
enough.
for my amusement, you know.
Oh yes, definitely, but sometimes one flip is enough.
Yeah, that one clip was kind of perfect. Oh no.
Ooh,
Too many kids.
too many alcohol.
Oh goodness. There was this one TikTok video of these two girls. I think they were siblings, cousins, something like that. They had spent the night out drinking and they both had to pee. And they
Oh,
were
no.
at the point where it was an emergency. So they got home, right? And they had a Ring camera, which is why we were able to see the clips. And they were struggling to open up the door. They
Oh, no.
couldn't get the door open, and every single lock was on. Like, they had to unlock every single one, and there was 2 doors. They didn't make it.
Oh my
They
god.
did it. It was really funny though.
That's awful.
It
Those
was-
poor
it was
women
really
learned a
funny.
very valuable lesson that day.
It was really funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm thankful for that as well, Dad. Most of my stupid shit was made in a time where social media was not prevalent. So we don't get to see my embarrassing shit.
Oh gosh.
Now that's
Oh,
a dick
poor
move.
thing.
That's a dick
Poor
move.
thing. He was sleeping. I don't like being woken up upon sleeping.
No, me neither. It's like, it makes me angry if someone tries
I
to
get
scare me
angry.
awake. It's like, what the fuck? How dare you?
I get very angry. Or I don't wake up because I'm a very heavy sleeper too.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I'm a heavy sleeper, other times I wake up on nothing. It's kind of weird, actually.
I can sleep through a lot, which probably isn't a good thing. But I grew up in a very noisy Mexican household, you know?
Oh.
So I was used to sleeping through a lot of noise growing up. So now
fair.
if I sleep in like complete silence sometimes, I can't fall asleep. I have to fall asleep listening to something.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. If there's no silence when I fall asleep, it keeps me up. I tend to focus on the noise and I can't turn off my brain. Kind of annoying.
Really?
So I'm kind of jealous.
We're like the opposite. That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, but also a lot not in common. So it's a wash. It's literally a wash. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm very lucky I don't have insomnia. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Crasher.
Yeah, sometimes if I can't fall asleep and even TikTok's not helping me, I'll take a melatonin.
Yeah, is that effective? Some of my friends take some, and apparently it really fucking knocks you out.
Yes. It's really hard to wake up in the morning. But it's
Oh.
worth it because then you actually sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's impossible for me to wake up in any timely fashion. It takes me like 2 hours of flipping flopping in my bed. So
Really?
I can only imagine if I took that, I would probably stay in my bed all day. Oh, no.
I dream a lot too. A lot.
That's
Too
cool.
much. No,
I'm
it's too
inconsistent with
much.
mine.
Jeffy, I can't tell the difference between realities.
Oh, dang. Okay,
It's
never mind then.
crazy. You know why? It's because my dreams are very normal, but then sometimes they're very abnormal. Sometimes my dreams will be as simple as I go to a bar and I sit there and I have a drink. Other times my dreams are it's the end of the world and I have to help save humanity or something.
Okay, so it runs the gamut from you just doing your dishes on a Saturday morning, and then the next one you're running away from Godzilla.
Yes. Yes. It's
Yeah, I don't
crazy.
know. Most of my dreams are me getting shot at. I don't know why. What does it mean?
Jeffy, what?
Yeah, it's like sometimes I'll dream like I'm in a convenience store grabbing some chips, and then the thief comes in and shoots me in the face, and I wake up. And I'm like,
Wow.
what does that mean?
That is intense. See, I am grateful that my brain likes food because it will take me to restaurants that it's made of, and I'll be like eating food in my dream.
Wow, that's the most
I'm like
affordable
Patrick
option.
from SpongeBob.
Yeah, a restaurant is expensive nowadays. Now you can dream it. Unless they start charging you for that as well. I don't look forward to that.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it's
That's
weird.
another
I don't know
kind of
why I
ones.
dream a lot.
I know, there's probably a reason for it, but not one we are qualified to answer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bro, why? Why would you do that?
They wanted the wine.
I.
You know, sorry, go ahead.
It hurts me, you know?
Well, you know what comes to mind when I see that? How
What?
much of it splashed everywhere and I'm gonna be a bitch to clean up.
Yes, that's what I
Wine
was thinking
stains.
too. Look at that white, perfect floaty that's now
Yeah.
stained with.
Wine stains are the worst.
And you got it in the pool. I know the pool has chlorine and it won't cycle itself out of there, whatever, but it's still like, come on.
Also, wine is expensive. Dude, come on.
Yes! And it was a whole glass of it.
Because squirrels want small.
More monkey business.
Oh, he's peeing on me.
Oh, no.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't trust it.
I mean, it peed on her shoulder.
That's
It's like, thanks for the snack. Here are some urine.
wow.
Dear Lord. That kid looks like he knows he's about to do something bad.
I've got quite good upper strength. Who?
Don't do it to me.
Owie. Poor thing.
Also, oop, freeze frame perfect. Perfect freeze frame. Alright, okay, so I have a theory about kids and getting hurt. So,
Oh, really? What's
have
your
you
theory?
noticed that? So, when a kid gets hurt, when they're very young, they get back up and look at everybody else. And everybody acts like nothing happened. They smile and are fine, but if everybody goes low, oh my god, are you okay? Then they start crying.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's like the same thing with babies. Like, if depending how you react to them, yeah, like you said, they react the same way.
Yeah, so it's like they're trying to look up to you to see how they should react.
So you just tell them like you're okay. Just
Yeah,
get
and then
up.
they're fine. And because they're young, they're practically invincible. So, you know.
But I think I do have to eat dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately now.
I mean, it's fine. We're at the end of it anyway.
Perfect.
Perfect. I guess that's good timing. We'll never see if that person gets hit by the water wave. But from the context clues we have right now,
Yeah,
I think we can take an educated guess.
I think so too.
Yeah. So that's gonna be to be continued.
To be continued.
Alright, let's see here. So, in any event, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I
you
was
for
so happy.
having me.
When you decided to say yes to my invitation.
Yes, of course. I love collabing with my friends, and this was something I've never done before, so I was really excited to do this. I told my community about it. They were excited too, so I'm glad to see that some of my community came out here, like Joey. Thank you, Joey.
Oh,
for
that's
popping
awesome,
in.
yeah. And it's a little bit weird because it's not exactly like an interview. It's more like a hangout slash watching videos. It's like something you would do on a Discord call offline,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And I find this to be a good concept to get people to be more relaxed and talk in a more relaxed and relatable way because it
You
don't
have
feel
a
like they're getting
very
interviewed.
lovely community.
Ah, thank you. That makes me
Yes.
glad. But yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely need to come on again in the future.
Of course, if you would have me, I would love to.
Of course, I would
I
very
love
be
hanging
happy.
out with you guys.
Alright, awesome.
We had some
So,
great talks today.
if you haven't followed her yet, what are you doing? Here's our link again. Go follow DemonBennyy.
No, I don't stream. I don't know what streaming is.
Yeah. Sure. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink.
But yeah, she's really cool, and I think you'll enjoy her streams. I know I do.
We like to
Even
meme
though
over
I
there.
lurch a lot.
And chat makes me work at McDonald's, so, you know.
I've noticed that a lot. It's even your Discord profile image.
Yes. Because they really like the McDonald's hat, you know?
Well, I mean, I do love me a Big Mac once in a while, but more importantly, I prefer the
one.
it's the sauce, right? I love the Big Mac sauce, and I've made my own version at home. Really good.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I can tell
Gotta
you what
talk
the
about
recipe
it more
is.
next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, so thanks again, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, okay?
Thank you. You too, Jeffy. And
Talk to you
thank
soon.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out too. I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate
Goodbye.
you as well. Take care. All right, so that was DemonBennyy, everyone. That was a lot of fun. I can't believe we hung out for the whole 4 hours. Normally, I end up ending a bit earlier and watching videos with you guys. But the conversation flowed too well. It was so fluid that I did not even pay attention to the time, and then I blinked. And it's like 4 hours, time to end. So, you know, perfect timing. Oh my goodness, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad she enjoys the failed videos because I do love them a lot too. So that was fun. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I will be returning on Friday for the next stream. And this will be a special one. Benny, if you're still here, did you manage to get a key for the Evil Dead, the game, release on Friday? Because their community manager was giving out keys this week and last week. So if you haven't gotten one, you might want to look into it. Because it seems like a fun game. So I'm curious and I will get to play it on Friday. So if you guys want to see what this is like, you'll get to see it on Friday. So no community night this week. Community night will be returning next Friday. So I'll see you at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the next stream. I'm looking forward to it already. It's gonna be fun. Alright, so if you haven't followed me yet, please, I would really appreciate if you would follow me. It would be really nice. And if you want to support me even more, you can also follow me on all my socials, including my TikTok, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my YouTube channel. There's new shorts content every day, and some more long-form content twice a week. So good stuff. Good stuff. And if you want to join our lovely Discord server, I'd be more than happy to have you with us. Oh. Thank you, Gelly. Oh god, you're making me do multiple things at once. Alright, so I'm gonna send you guys over to, let's take a look here. I think I'm gonna send you guys over to my friend Uzu. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see. Is she about to end the stream? Oh, they're doing a visual novel reading. I don't want to disturb them. It's fine. I'll raid them another time. Alright, I think I'm gonna send you guys over to my friend Milky. He's doing some Ark Survival Evolved right now, which is a really fun game. I think you'll enjoy. It's like it's a survival game with dinosaurs. It's fun. Alright. Yeah, that's how you fix it, Jelly. What Crasher said. Alright. So I'm gonna go get some snacks and take it easy for the rest of the night. I will see you all next time. Let's go say hi to Milky until then. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on Friday. Until then, remember, tomorrow is a new day. Anything is possible. Take care, and see you soon. Alright, let's get going. Alright, all aboard. Don't forget your emotes. Time for good old-fashioned alien raid. And I'll talk with you all on Discord afterwards. Alright, let's go. See you all next time. Peace out.